Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the end of the road for EGTS this year. Grand Finals is upon us, and it's none other than Grape T, the #1 seed, and the one person definitely guaranteed to be in the Grand Final spot, versus Canton07, who has had an absolutely insane match versus Maima yesterday, which went all the way to tiebreaker. Let's hope that we will get to see something at least as remotely as exciting for this one. I'll keep my fingers crossed. My name is Jukes, and I'm joined by the wonderful Teasel. Hello, hi, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm really looking forward to this one because I casted that Canton my match that went to tiebreaker, and I knew that both the players had incredibly high skill caps, but I really wasn't expecting it to go to tiebreaker, as much as I joked that it was going to be tiebreaker when the match was only 1-1. We didn't see a single breakpoint in that match, so both players were very confident in their own picks, as well as identifying their opponent's weaknesses. And I have a feeling that we're going to have a similar situation here in terms of each player being very in tune with their own strengths and their opponent's weaknesses, being very high-ranked players from the same country. They're going to know each other inside out. And as we can see here through the very long list of matches that these players have had to go through to make it here today, it looks like Great T does have the advantage, of course, being Seed 1, never falling to the loser's bracket. Canton did fall to loser's bracket because of Mine and had some tough matches against Applers and Hertz 404 in the finals, and then getting revenge on Mine in the grand finals, as we saw yesterday. So, what are people's predictions with this one?
Yeah, Maima had a remarkable losers bracket run, but it was Canton who came out on top of that one. It's always so exciting to see in EGTS, like, we've been all Japanese in terms of players for 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's like, with like the top 8 seeds is always like a big question mark who eventually comes out on top, because Canton is number 6 seed, but there's such a huge skill disparity in the top 8 seeds. And at least last weekend, Grape T has had a pretty, I wouldn't say easy time against Maimai, but was still pretty handily on top of Maimai in most of the picks that he did. Let's see if the Grand Finals pool is actually hard enough to make Grape T crumble once or twice. So I'm already seeing a 5-7 and 7-6 against Maimai. That is a bold prediction.
Yeah, those ones are... that's pretty tough to kind of match. I don't know. I mean, my kind of, I generally would lean towards the higher seed Great T. I mean, hasn't lost a match. You can't do better than that. And those wins were fairly convincing as well, only kind of dropping a few points here and there. Whereas Canton overall has struggled a bit more, and I say struggle just because the competition was so high and so good. So, yeah, of course, when it comes to who the winner will be, Grape T has to win 1 match, but Canton has to win twice, achieving that bracket reset in order to give Grape T the advantage of coming from the winner's bracket.
And I do feel like it's like this type of format is always a bit of a disadvantage to people coming from the loser bracket just because they have to win twice. As you already said, that puts a lot of pressure on them. We're seeing the first bans, Grape T bans Nomad 4. Completely expected, in my opinion. But also Canton did not have the best score on Nomad 4 either yesterday. This could have been fun to watch, but I just believe Grape T didn't want to put in the effort of practicing Nomad 4.
Yeah, that's totally fair. And we're definitely going to be seeing Canton ban Hidden 1. Any second now.
Any second.
It's a hard choice.
If Grape T is good at something, it's Hidden. You probably want to ban Hidden.
I mean, we did also see Grape T play Hidden 1 in the All-Stars match yesterday. And no one has beaten that score. Ever. There it is.
There it is. To no one's surprise, these were the most unsurprising bans to ever happen in EGTS, in my opinion. But
pretty
yeah.
much.
Let's see what Canton will be going off first, because Canton has had some solid Nomad scores yesterday. But of course, Nomad is only one part of this absolutely gigantic pool. 5 Nomads, where I could see a lot of competition on. Hit 2, difficult one for Canton to pull. I believe Grade 2 will pull this sooner rather than later, but we're going off of DT2 first. Alright.
Yeah, Canton picking Double Time 2 here makes sense. I mean, because Double Time 1 will be significantly more Grape Tea favored just due to strange different snappings and timing shenanigans, along with the really high OD, will favor Grape Tea over pretty much anyone else in this game, other than maybe like Lefty or something. But here we go. Going for the speed, 336 BPM, fairly dense as well.
A casual 336 BPM to warm these players up. I am always impressed with just how high the skill ceiling is on these players. That's why I love EGTS, and that's why I'm also going to be very sad when EGTS comes to it, because you don't really see these like top tier player versus player, because the skill cap on the individual players is so much higher than what you would see in TWC, and this is like a glimpse of what we could see in like an actual competition 1v1, what these two players are truly capable of.
Absolutely. As we did mention yesterday, was that we did kind of make the pool a bit easier from the last EGTS just because it was so hard. But it's still difficult enough that, you know, players are going to have to put in a lot of practice. We definitely saw in the All-Stars match that some very high-ranked players and people that have been there for a significant amount of time were struggling with a lot of maps on this pool. So it's still probably one of the hardest pools outside of Nightmare tournaments that you will ever see.
Looking at the accuracy, as Grape Tea was leading a little bit in the intro, but as called up, we're now actually tied for score, and I don't understand how we are in an accuracy battle at DT2. First
Grape
miss
Tea.
from Grape Tea, though.
Just one miss. So it does give Canton a bit of a lead. It'll probably get up to maybe 20k at most if the accuracy stays low. I mean, well, the 100 count stays low. we don't want low accuracy.
Canton is doing pretty well so far. Can definitely afford a couple more 100s with that miss from Grape Tea. And all that needs to be done from this point forward from Canton is to take this FC until the very end. Let's keep our fingers crossed here.
Yeah, unless Canton gets like a singular miss, it could very easily put the lead back over into Grape Tea's hands. Which is definitely what Canton wants on their very first pick of the match.
Accuracy's getting closer, but Grape Tea does find the odd 100 here there more often than Canton at this point. Which, another miss though from Grape Tea.
Singular miss. How does he do it?
How does he do it? Like, it's not even a shame. It's not like an entire pattern miss. It's just one singular miss. And that puts Canton in a very comfortable spot on their first pick. DT2 looking like a solid opening pick for Canton.
For sure. 33,000 score lead. Like only a wee bit of the map left to go. But once again, it's not a long enough lead where if Canton collapses, they will maintain that. So composure must be kept until the very end, unlike Grape Tea finding 2 more misses.
And that spells the first point for Canton, unless there's something catastrophic here at the end. But I don't think there is enough notes at the end here to swing this back around to Grape Tea. Solid performance from Canton on DT2 FCs. Wow.
Yeah, 69 100s versus 94, with the 4 misses scattered throughout there as well. So very, very good first pick there.
Just saying that you are not really supposed to FC any of these maps. I'm saying this, we have seen a handful of FCs in yesterday's match, but these were on different maps, and DT2 was not one of them. So I'm happy to see that Canton probably prepared this DT2 in advance, has had the chance to play it out against Grape Tea, securing the first point of the match. But now Grape Tea has a lot of options open for themselves, expecting a hidden sooner rather than later, or one of the 3 mods. That is definitely where Grape Tea will shine the most.
Yeah, I believe so. I think we're going to see like relatively a similar situation as to yesterday, where Kanten was generally favored on the no mods and then my mind was more favored on the mods. And I think we could see something similar here. Like, Kanten is still a good modded player, but I think just their raw kind of skill cap will kind of take them over the edge in no mod once again. Grape Tea is generally a bit more of an all-rounder player, and if you know anything about them, you will see during the important tournaments like TWC and other ones such as GTS. I've not seen them do it during GTS, but I wouldn't be surprised. You'll sometimes see them streaming on Twitch a couple hours before the match, and they will be playing nothing but the pool before the match for several hours. And you'll get a sneak peek at the scores they're able to submit, and especially in lower down stages of tournaments, they will have at least 8 double S's on every single map in the pool. Their level of practice and dedication is unmatched. And because of that, their skill sets in the mods are also very, very high. They can play very low, slow hidden, and their hard rock skills are also pretty decent as well. Maybe not quite up there in the fastest of speeds, but just enough to kind of achieve a very strong score with hard rock into the later stages of tournaments. But we will see different mods coming out here, hidden from Great T and hard rock from Kanten.
The space between my body and my mind, where I just observe.
I am absolutely terrified of what the ending scores of this one will be. This is Force Mod 2, leaning more into the tech territory, and the SV also tends to get really low at some parts. The fact that Great T can just hit this with hidden, no issues whatsoever, is baffling to me. And Kanten has a bit of a tougher job here with hard rock on top of the higher accuracy requirement, and Scrape Tea just being an accuracy beast overall.
Yeah, we're starting to see the accuracy difference already. 2100s versus 11 coming into the next section of the map. There's a lot of technically demanding patterns and timings though. Another slower down section. Eyes on Grape Tea to see if he keeps it.
Kanten with a lot more husband comparison, and a miss at the end at the burst. This is already spelling a little bit of trouble for Kanten, who has not had the chance to set a 900k yesterday's match. Let's see if at least Kanten can pull out a PB from this, but it's already looking a bit dire. But then again, this is so demanding with hard rock on top, and then on the other side you just have Grape Tea absolutely chilling with hidden on top. 3 100s. And like in the last quarter of this pick, 25 seconds remaining. Will Grape Tea be able to pull this up until the very end?
Yeah, there's still more map to go, but recovering from a 90,000 score deficit is not going to be possible, especially with those misses. And Grape Tea trades a wee bit. They got quite a few 100s and misses, but Kanten just able to keep up with this high SV section in the outro.
I mean, it's not an FC, but still, like, what?
Yeah. I mean, for reference, yesterday, my mind got 902k with hidden, and Kanten got 898k with hard rock. And Grape Tea just got 1,024,000 with hidden.
That is more than 100,000 points difference. That is absolutely ridiculous. Grape Tea, probably undisputed one of the best, if not the best, hidden players in this game.
Absolutely.
And it's not even close. So yeah, 2 remarkable performances from both players. Right off the bat, that's what we'll love to see. Kanten, up next.
Gonna go with another speedy map, I believe this is. Let me double check. Yes, it is. Kanten knows their skill sets, what they're good at. Almost got a full combo on this one yesterday against my mind. This is the speed stream pick. Or I guess technically just the speed pick, because everything in this pool is pretty fast. You get to a certain level and you kind of have to make everything at least like 220, 230 BPM to have the difficulty high enough. Or the most horrendous bursts known to man.
This is Onos Regulus, one of the highest star ratings in the pool, 301 BPM. And custom song previously for CO EGTS coming back in astonishing fashion for the EGTS Grand Finals. What a killer song, and what a killer map too. Always when I hear this song, I just feel like the goal of this map is to just tire out players. And maybe that's something that Canton is also trying to just kind of exhaust Great T right at the start. I'm also believing that Canton will also pull out the No More 2 sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. Canton's speed is very, very strong. And we did see that yesterday, as along with DT2's result. Great T, since Great T is such an all-rounder, it does mean that when it comes to the skill sets, such as, like your speed and that it is a bit lower than the very best of the speed players. That's because the speed players, such as Canton, kind of put more practice into it, really pushing kind of the absolute cap of what players can achieve in that skill set. But Great T will be right behind Canton in the score, I believe.
Yeah, No More 6 is by no means free for Canton.
Absolutely. The nature with stream picks is often when you start missing one note, two notes, you're going to start missing a whole lot others as well.
Look at these URs. This is the Great T that we know and love. Somehow pulls off a 63 UR versus 78 with a player of almost the same caliber. And Canton will be the first one to pick up 100, 200, but Great T trades them right away, which means that we are tied. Not for long though, as we go into some of the burstier, snappier sections. Canton will drop the occasional 100 here and there, but now we're in the territory where a miss from Great T might already do wonders for Canton.
Yeah. Just the accuracy difference, it's only 5,000 point difference. And there's still a lot of map left to go. A lot more streams. But not the most confident start to be a bit behind. And of course we have these finishers as well.
If I saw it correctly, Canton did actually not hit the finishers. I don't know if Great T did though. Might not make a difference with the score difference being like that, but now Great T gets a couple of 100s for themselves. Canton does as well. Score difference remaining remarkably stable.
I feel too afraid to say anything. There's misses from Great T.
Oh, not just one, that's multiple misses,
But they
but Canton trades. Oh no, this is so incredibly close.
That's 765 points.
Grape T has such a minor edge when it comes to like combo cap. Canton.
Triple digit. 400.
Triple digit.
And shrinking because of Great T having a slightly higher combo.
Canton cannot afford any more 100s to maintain in the lead here, but what does it take? We have one more push until the end of this pick. One more. Yeah, Grape T misses! Canton is looking pretty good now. Into the final section of this pick.
Huge 100 chain from Great T and more misses as well. They're not quite able to keep up. The stamina is draining. 50k score lead for Canton. One final push to get their second point on the board. That miss will be okay. Just don't miss anymore.
Whoa. And that was so clutch from Canton. Pulled off that win on Nomad 6. 50,000, 44,000 score advantage over to Canton off of multiple misses from Grape T nearing the end. Grape T did so well through one of the most challenging sections, and then it kind of fell apart at the end, but what a performance from Canton. absolutely ridiculous. 4 misses on this pick is not normal.
Definitely not. I know that Kanten got an absolutely crazy score on this one yesterday as well, if I can get the score up. But here we go. Yeah, Kanten got a 5 misplay with 25 100s, but their max combo was 2,249. They choked in the last couple hundred notes.
That is ridiculous. Alright, but we don't get time to rest. We're continuing right away. This is Force Mode 3. This is GTS Final Road Mega Mix. An absolutely gorgeous project by Takahiro Day. A recap of all of the custom songs that we got to enjoy in GTS in the past and present. Wrapped up nicely in the Force Mod pick.
The real question is, what mods do these players take? I believe Kanten will just be playing with Hard Rock. No, Kanten played with Hidden yesterday, but only got 852k. What will Greg T play with?
Hidden.
Will he whip out the Hidden Hard Rock?
It's an interesting proposition, but I don't think Grape T can really bank on like performing better with Hidden Hard Rock. I think just Grape T is just naturally good with Hidden. There's no need to jeopardize it with an extra Hard Rock on top.
True. I mean, especially if we do look at Kanten's score yesterday, getting 852k with Hidden, they don't look super confident on this one. And yeah, Grape T has kind of probably seen that, as you have said. There's no need to risk it for the extra 60,000 score if they can just get a decent score with Hidden alone.
And it is going to be Hidden versus Hidden. It's also a pretty long Force Mod to port mode as well. Clocking in at 3.5 minutes. Kind of a mixed bag of a lot of different things. Into low
slow
speed.
section. Oh no!
What? I did not expect that, I'll be completely honest. I just thought Grape T would nail this, but somehow we're somewhat evenly tied after this section.
Yeah, I should have taken the Hard Rock to make that a bit higher SV to read it.
Yeah, Grape T, where's the Hidden Hard Rock? Like, come on. Only quitters choose something other than Hidden Hard Rock in Grand Finals Force Mod picks.
Alright, another slow section. Kanten struggling with this one a wee bit.
And I absolutely do not blame Kanten for this one. This is so tricky to read of all the different snappings as well. Gotta really stay on the tip of your toes with that one, and Grape T handled that one impressively. Still staying below 100 you are, while Kanten is far beyond.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be really possible for Kanten to catch back up with Grape T. 90,000 halfway through the map, that's huge.
Some odd misses from Kanten there, as the SV slows down once again, and Grape T is still sitting quite comfortably on FC halfway through. We're only halfway done, would you believe it?
There you go, building up to the Ki. This part is a lot easier with Hidden, but Kanten does miss as I say that. And this kind of section is why Kanten doesn't opt for Hard Rock. The SV does get pretty high.
Final quarter, about 45 seconds left on this pick. Grape T still sitting on an FC. And now it's really just all eyes on Grape T. It's pretty much confirmed. This was not a competition at all on this pick. But will Grape Tea close this one out with an FC? Big
No,
question mark.
he missed that like massive chain at the beginning.
Oh, well, I'm so stupid. Oh my god.
That's why he has 11 misses.
Oh yeah, that was a silly close piece. I'm an expert commentator. Well,
Memory like a sieve. Alright, the final stream.
and they both nail it. Grape Tea just shy of 99% on that one. Oh, that is as hilarious as it is kind of sad. 98.99 from Grape Tea, but still, the only misses being the incredibly low SV funny section is absolutely admirable, and once again a testament to just how insane Grape Tea is with him.
Absolutely. Kanten did get a better score than yesterday by about 1,000 points.
We
So that
are
map
still
did just
tied.
seem very favoured to Grape Tea, so good pick once again. And over to Kanten. Let's see if they can get a third point. So we're
Alrighty.
likely to go back to No Mod, probably No Mod 2.
Yep. And past that point, I really don't know what it's going to be. There we have it. There's an almost 2 pick confirmed. 350 BPM.
The fastest map of the pool.
And another custom song in this grand finals pool. Courtesy of
Assigned by
Sidosis.
Sidosis, yeah. I think people have described this one as kind of being like a insane Mario Kart-esque kind of track.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like ROM hack Mario Kart with like a cheat card which you just enable the speed hack. That's what it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Congratulations, you unlocked 2000cc. Didn't know it was possible, but there we are.
Oh, we got at least like just wait for 250 first. We'll see how that goes.
I was always too impatient in Mario Kart to play like the really low ones, like 50cc. I never had the patience for that.
I do
was
grind
also-
it out, but like it's painful. It's so
It's
painful.
so painful. Alright. Yeah, this is an 8-star. Believe it or not. A very, very high 8-star. 8.94. Which once
Plus the
again
map
goes to
is
show that.
300cc.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, everyone, well, both players are looking pretty comfortable in this one once again. It's just a trading 100 battle at the moment.
And this really is just like pure speed with the occasional 1-6 in it. So, let's see who will break first. Right now, we are still pretty even. I say pretty even, we are exactly even at the break point.
Whoa.
What is that? What do you mean?
You have a bit of a breakdown section. If we're going to pick up a lot of extra 100s, it is going to be here, I feel. I have one from Kanten. And another.
It's always the slower sections where higher seeded players start to crumble, but now Canton picks up a couple more 100s as we pick up the speed once again. Great T does so as well. Picking up density quite a lot. Great T. No, Canton, my bad. Now on 29 100s. Where did these come from? What's going on, Canton?
There's some really interesting snapping. 1-6 into 1-3. Kanten might have more 100s,
Ooh.
but Grape Tea has a bunch of misses now. Oh, they're trading back and forth.
Oh,
12k favorite Grape Tea. These players must be exhausted. Kanten more misses. If Grape Tea wants this really good breakpoint, Kanten's really confident pick. Nice to hold it. We are in an outro. Final section.
Oh my god. Ah, that was so... The outro had so much missed potential, but Grape Tea was looking a little bit shaky, but went through that just fine. Oh, that was so shaky. And that's the first breakpoint, as you mentioned. Grape Tea goes in the lead. 3-2.
Interestingly, Can10's score yesterday would have beaten Grape Tea's by about 3,000 points.
Oh. Boy.
So I'm sure Can10 is probably feeling a bit disappointed with that one.
But we are just at the halfway point of this match. Not the kind of match where you want to give up a breakpoint though and be continuing on and clearing out the force mod pool.
Yeah, definitely makes sense for Grape Tea here. Just take advantage of the difficulty of the free mod pool, forcing your opponent onto maps that are designed to be overly difficult with either mod. And of course, Grape Tea's proficiency with the hidden mod is going to give them a huge advantage once again. But will we see Hidden Hard Rock on Free Mod 1? Traditionally, the easiest 2 double mod?
I mean, Canton did go Hidden Hard Rock yesterday on this one. Got a 962k. Looking
Grape
at
Tea
that
may feel the
score-
pressure.
Possibly.
Because
But
it was
like-
only 3 miss, it was just the 100 count was very high.
Yeah. Huh, interesting. Like, Canton would not want to go plain hidden on this one, I'm pretty sure. And the accuracy detriment from Hard Rock might put a bit too much saying a little score, so that might be a justification going hidden Hard Rock, get that 60,000 on top. And whoa,
Ooh.
okay. This is interesting.
Can10 with Hidden Hard Rock, and Grape Tea with just Hidden.
This is so interesting.
Perhaps Can10 has been practicing this map over and over, waiting to get a break point on this one with Grape Tea's pick. But some unfortunate early miss, and accuracy drops is going to give Grape Tea the early lead.
Missed at the beginning though, so still looking alright. Then again, Grape Tea is currently holding NSS. Never mind. I said too much. There's the first couple
You're
of
wrong.
hundreds from Grape Tea. This is such a ballsy strat. Going with him hard rock in this matchup, but
You gotta respect it.
you have to respect it so much from Canton, and Canton is keeping it pretty close. 43,000 score leads for Great Tea is still within range.
Yeah, it's just the Grape Tea keeps holding onto this full combo and the accuracy. There's not going to be much Can10 can do. And the whole next section isn't the part that hidden targets. Grape Tea does find a single miss though.
It's not gonna be enough though, nearly not enough, especially if Canton keeps getting these 100s here at the end. But what is that score from Canton? What?
Can10 significantly improving from yesterday with a 982k on Hidden Hard Rock,
Just
beating their previous
how?
score by 20,000. But unfortunately, not able to match Grape Tea's single mod performance of 3 100s of 1 miss with the Hidden alone.
These two scores are not normal. They are so far beyond normal.
My mind score yesterday was a 22 100 full combo with Hidden.
It's at this point where I'm just at a loss for words. But I'm also loving to see that both of these players are here to win and are giving it their all. That was remarkable.
And there's
Now
plenty
Canton's
more
up.
of that with Canten's pick. They weren't able to win back the breakpoint, but will they be able to defend their next pick?
Now things will get a little bit more interesting. Almost 1, 3, and 5 are on the table. Hidden 2. Both the hard rocks have not been touched yet. And DT1. And that's it. This is
It's
where
hard to tell where
Canton
Canten can go now, but they're gonna go with Nomad 1. This is kind of the consistency bursty kind of pick.
Canton did get an FC on this one yesterday. Will they be able to do it once again? Finishing off 982k. And will Great T match it? That's the question. Either way, Canton cannot really afford another breakpoint at this stage because Great T still has a couple of safe picks left. Or safer picks, I should say. Neither of these two players have probably any safe picks remaining.
Yeah, the accuracy that the players were able to achieve on this map yesterday just blew my mind. Like, it doesn't look like something people should be getting really good scores on. Yesterday, yeah, Canten got the 99.36 full combo 27 100s. My mine was 76 100s, 14 misses. Canten just relying on the fact that they got a really strong score yesterday and hoping that Great T will just find a couple mistakes somewhere. But will they?
We will see, and I'm so here for it. Off we go, Nomad 1. Always one of the more difficult picks in the pool, in any pool really, just because of the things, the multitude of things they throw at you.
It's absolutely insane that both these players are still holding on to their double S's. I can't believe it. This is the peak, the caliber, the absolute pinnacle of Nomad 1s. Great T with
Commentators.
incredible ghost tapping skills. Check off that even this crazy pick is still too easy for them.
Commentators when the intro is 30 seconds long. Bottom text. Alright, but now we're getting started. Grape T, the first one to be to find a couple of 100s. Okay, Canton though.
Canton misses.
Top.
It's quite clean though.
Just one miss and right back into it. Will not allow themselves to be shaken up like that. Well, Grape T has the higher you are for once.
It's very rare to see that.
And given the density of this pick, Canton will be back up to 400 combo within no time. And now we're seeing where we at in this match. Trades a couple of 100s. Now we're dead even once again. Grape Team 10,000 point lead at the halfway point. Canton will have to keep things close. No FC replication from yesterday, but maybe we'll be able to best Grape Team. Oh, that gives you another miss right in the middle. Not what you want to see if you're rooting for Canton.
Yeah, the drum spam from Grape T is one of excitement, and the Grape T and the drum spam of Canten is one of despair.
Oh, this is so tragic. But still, holds that accuracy so incredibly high. 19 100s despite all of this versus 16 from Grape T. But now Grape T once again has the upper hand. Canton has to hold on, but that is so easy to say.
that it's genuinely possible that Great T could find a huge set of misses. These patterns are so complex and so fast as well that 20,000 could be made up. It requires Great T to miss. Still on that full combo run. There's not much map left.
Coming on approach to the end, Grape T tanks quite a bit of accuracy at the end. Gets a couple of 100s, a substantial amount of 100s on top of that. Canton now on top with the accuracy. Trains 100s, but that's not gonna be enough, I feel.
So a few seconds left.
That's
There
it,
it is.
Grape T.
The
With
full
second
combo.
breakpoint. Oh.
970k. With Canten not far behind at 955. And once again, Canten losing a breakpoint where if Canten got yesterday's score, would have won the point.
But now Grape
Really
Team.
unfortunate.
Now Grape Team must be feeling pretty good about themselves. 5-2. And if Grape Team chooses wisely, we could already be on match point. And as I already said, Grape Team does have a few more options available to them as opposed to Canton.
Yeah, just where will we go now? Grape T can turn this into a match point situation early on. We're probably going to see a mod. My prediction would probably be something like Double Time 2? Sorry, Double Time 1. Just through the accuracy kind of aspects and just kind of... it's a Double Time 1. It's Grape T. It's a Double Time 1 and Grape T. That's all you need to say.
Not much else left to say, but then again, Canton got a 1.03 mil on that one yesterday.
True.
And this is, the hardest DT that we're going to see in EGTS ever. So it's not a 3-1. Hidden 2 is... I was going to say Hidden 2 is probably more realistic, but also the one where Canton could still put up a good fight despite putting Hidden on top. Canton is pretty good with it.
The interesting thing about Hidden 2 is that it was, other than the banned maps, the only map that wasn't played, I believe, in Canton versus My Mind. So technically, it's the only kind of map that Great T doesn't have information on.
This could be exciting. This is Distorted Fate. Collaboration with the lovely guys over at Figros. And if there was going to be one song from Figros that would make the Grand Finals cool, it would probably be the Distorted Fate, let's be real.
True.
Now, this is not just pure fast hidden, this also has some SV applied to it, because you just cannot shake these kinds of players with speed. Doesn't happen, doesn't work. If you're gonna play Hidden 2,
literally
you have
just watched
to
them
spice
play
it up.
like 350, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, in the past, Hidden 2 used to just be a speed pick with Hidden slapped on top, which, unless you get very high BPM or SV, realistically doesn't do that much. It doesn't really take advantage of the Hidden modification itself. So, it's kind of a more recent thing to kind of add some kind of reading aspects into Hidden 2 as well as making it a faster pick.
Yep. And I have absolutely nothing to add to that. So Hidden 2 will definitely prove to be a very interesting pick. Grape Tier will probably finish this one off with like 7 100s.
Probably.
I say that. It's always like, Grape Tea will just 100 this pick, 100 this pick, whatever. But it's nice to see that Grape Tea is also struggling on some of these picks. Grape Tea has dominated EGTS on most of these pools. left absolutely no crumbs, and it seems like Grand Finals has finally posed at least somewhat of a challenge for Great T, where not every single pick is absolutely free.
Yeah, we definitely know that Kanten can play slower hidden, taking on the hidden on one of the free mods. I can't remember which one it was, but it had some really tough reading sections, and they're able to get through it. In this case, still both players holding onto the combo. The main difference is the accuracy for 100s to 30 and climbing.
Picking up the speed, and now this should be feeling a little bit easier for Kanten. Still finds a lot of 100s. Look at that UR. We've been talking a lot about like the accuracy muscle that is Great T. 84 UR, pretty remarkable, versus 125. Coming from a player of the same region, of the same caliber. There's just such a disparity when it comes to accuracy, and yeah, maybe the second half will have something to offer for Great T to break on so that Kanten can avoid this early match point, but I honestly find it hard to believe.
Yeah, Great T just so much more confident in the reading of this map.
And you have, of course, these sliders.
Just don't forget about the finisher afterwards.
These overlapping sliders are so mean, but both players have done their practice. They are very well aware of their existence. And Great T comes out of that section completely unshaken, unbothered. 5 100s to their name as we're picking up the pace once more. Will Great T bring this to match point? One more 100. Breaks so here at the end. And Kanten is pretty good when it comes to high speed.
We may need to see a couple more misses, but it did shrink that score lead in half. More misses there is! Kanten!
This is at the very end. Kanten switches this around with an FC. Ooh!
That was a break point desperately needed by Kanten.
What a performance!
It was looking like Great T's point until the very end. The high SV did catch them out. Just shy of 1 million score. Kanten with the 1,017,000. That's the danger when it comes to picking maps, that you don't know what your opponent can score on them, especially when you do have that advantage. I'm sure Great T didn't expect to miss, but perhaps didn't expect Kanten to have such a close score either.
Absolute cinema. You have Great T performing really well in terms of accuracy, performing really well with it, but when it comes to speed, Kanten pulled ahead. And Kanten will avoid the early match point. Now only one breakpoint left to get for Kanten, but the options are getting thinner. 5-3 in the EGTS Grand Finals. Kanten is up next.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kanten has lost a breakpoint on their previous 2 picks. Managing to recover 1, but they're going to have to be very, very careful about what they pick here. As Great T constantly looms over that match point situation, every pick matters.
But what's it going to be? I have genuinely no idea. Nomad 3, Tech, Nomad 5, Tech but weirder. All of the hard rocks, which neither player will probably be too confident on, but we're going to see Nomad 3 before I could even think about what it's going to be. This is a Rize map, and Rize in Grand Finals should strike fear in every single player.
100%. Kanten got a score of 956,000 on this one yesterday. 45 100s, 2 misses. And those 2 misses were very close to the ending. So, very good FC potential. So we know Great T is very good at accuracy and strange timing snappings. But will they full combo? We've seen the accuracy high, but the misses coming out towards the end of some of these maps, giving Kanten the point.
Oh boy, I do not want to make any calls of how this is going to be, I'll be completely honest. Grape Tea is no stranger to tech as well. I'm just thinking of what they've been able to do with last week's Force Mod 2. God, that was ridiculous. And I'll just have to quickly check that one. Force Mod 2 was a Uoni map. So even modded tech is something that Grape Tea feels pretty comfortable on. If it's going to be the same on pure tech on the Grand Finals level, we will find out.
With a very relaxed introduction. But it very quickly picks up into these really tight triplets.
Nothing too challenging though, these are just 1-8s. And these ones are the main ones you want to watch out for.
Yeah, Kanten being the first player to pick up some 100s. A very, very strong start from both players. Grape Tea does drop with double S. 2 100 difference, quarter of the way into the map.
And that 100 was really on nothing too difficult in particular. The patterning in that section was pretty simple compared to this, and Kanten is doing really well in keeping things close, trading 100s. Now we're down to 100 difference on Nova 3. Hello!
This is an insane performance from both of these players. We get into a bit more dense section here. Kanten does see more 100s come out.
Score grab is growing. I say that and it's shrinking, growing, shrinking, back and forth, 2 100 difference. Grape Tea ahead.
This is a totally different result from what we were seeing yesterday. Both players had 100s in the 40s by the end of the map. We've got 1/3 left to go and both are still in single-digit 100 count.
Oh, Grape Tea gets a couple of 100s as we're slowing down. Kanten nails that section, and now Kanten is ahead.
That's the kind of section that Grape Tea would normally excel on. This is huge for Kanten. But there's still more map left to go.
This is the part where you're getting to see these accuracy drops, and it's getting so incredibly tight.
Grape Tea
Misses from Grape Tea!
Kanten really has to hold on here. 30,000 score lead is really, really important.
This is looking so good for Kanten. Grape Tea has just completely flopped this ending.
It's absolutely not over though.
Now it's over. Now it is. That miss from Grape Tea at the end. What was that, Kanten? 1 miss, 23 100s. What?
Yeah, despite that miss there as well, that still beat the yesterday's score by 21,000.
That is ridiculous on so many levels. Halved the 100 count was on 45 100s yesterday, got down to 23. The ending is so hard to act. The last third is so hard to act because of this, you know, you slow down, you speed up, you slow down. It caught Grape Tea off guard. Well, not off guard, but it caught Grape Tea in the accuracy department.
The scary thing is, though, is Kanten does have to win another breakpoint.
I'm hearing the eagle. You hear it as well. It's Hard Rock 1. It's Madness Menace by Ice.
Let's see what was achieved on it yesterday, since we have that info. Kanten got a 1,011,000 point result, so it was a 49-100 full combo.
If Kanten can pull off anything like that, this seems to be a very, very reasonable breakpoint to get.
Absolutely, especially if Grape Tea finds some more missed mistakes that they have in the previous maps. The pressure is on for both players.
I'm on the edge of my seat for this one. Hard Rock 1. Another custom song, by the way, if you're just tuned in for EGTS for the first time. God, you have so much catching up to do, so many custom songs, and this is just one of them. Get your eagles out, this is Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, both players picked up 100 in the intro. There's plenty more where that came from.
This is an accuracy challenge after all. This is only 10. This is as high as it gets. And both of these players have shown to be remarkable when it comes to maintain their accuracies. Great T though with 53 you are, compared to 77 by Canton, which is just out of this world as well. This is, again, not normal by any stretch of the imagination.
So
49 now.
Great T winning the accuracy game. It's not even close.
But look at that, like, Grape Tea is always hitting just a little bit too late. For Canton, it's looking a little bit more balanced, but for Grape Tea, I see just a slight lean towards hitting late. Not gonna matter if your UR is 58, mind you, but, who knows? We still have one half left to go.
Yeah, 4 to 14 100s. We have a bit of a slowdown section with these ninja cats coming in.
Canton drops quite a few of 100s. Grape Tea does so as well, but Canton still on double the 100s compared to Grape Tea. As we're getting the 160.
Grape Tea misses!
Another miss! What is going on?
It's possible for Canton to take this back. They have the combo advantage. It will go in their favor, but they cannot afford to be picking up too many 100s in this final Ki. That score lead is not big. It's only a couple of thousand.
Canton has FC'd this yesterday. The FCA will be so incredibly important to hold. But there's the 100s coming in, the accuracy.
Ah, it's going to be close.
It's going to be so close.
Bit more misses from Great T is really going to help Canton out. You can pick up a couple more 100s now. It's okay. But you got to hit the stream.
Hits the stream. Canton gets a break point this late into the match on Hard Rock 1. My heart, my poor heart cannot handle any more of this, and Canton has just tied up this match.
The absolutely crazy thing as well is mind how he's already lost 2 breakpoint and then won them back. If he got yesterday's score on the points he lost, he would have already won the match 7-3 and taken it to a reset. The ability to beat Grape Tea is so real. He has literally proven it with a combination of today's and yesterday's scores. But only today's scores are the ones that matter. We're now at a best of 3. And Grape Tea is starting... Oh no, Canton is starting off the picks.
Canton was down 3 points. We were at 5-2. And now we're back at 5-5. This is so ridiculous. We have absolute disorder. Hard Rock 2 coming in. The collaboration that no one, absolutely no one, expected.
Yeah, this one feels like a bit of a scary pick, but I feel like it is the one that makes the most sense. Let me see if I can find yesterday's result. Canton lost the pick to my mind, achieving 960k with 63 100s and 15 misses. However, we have been seeing Canton achieve better accuracy today than they were yesterday. Perhaps the nerves were a bit stronger yesterday, trying to guarantee kind of beating my mind and secure their own picks. Although, surely the pressure's got to be on at this stage. They're so close to be able to get that bracket reset.
And just as a side note, as you can see, this is indeed one of the most silliest collaborations we've ever done in GTS. This is a collaboration between 4 artists from the GTS team, Thief Cross, Dance of Paradise, and Orsmic. the song will be charted in all of these games. And actually, the Free Crosses update, which will have the song, will be dropping on April 1st, along with other songs from the GTS collaboration pack. So watch out for that. We do a lot of other written games as well. And this is just the pinnacle on top of all of the collaborations we've been able to do this year. And what a fitting pick. Final pick, rather, from Canton. Absolute Disorder. This is... Nothing describes the state of this match any better.
Whichever player wins this map will have the advantage of match point. They're warming up, spamming that drum.
Oh boy. I'm at a loss for words, and we have still a bit to go, but this will be it for now. 3 minutes, Hard Rock 2, Absolute Disorder. High SV.
So far, Can10 losing on the accuracy battle, but we've seen this multiple times before.
With Grape Tea finding uncharacteristic miss at the end. Now Grape Can10 will be the first one to miss. Not setting a good precedent, but at least you got the miss out at the start. Go Grape Tea, miss! Trace that one!
That is going to keep things close. Can10 wants to win their pick here. Grape Tea's going to need to pick up some more 100s. They're going to have to remain very, very stable. Picking up a 100 off finisher is not great, though. Score difference of around 9,000 points. Still quite a bit map left to go, though.
Canton now past the combo cap. Grape Tea will catch up in a moment after this halfway point.
A lot of 100s there from Can10. Grape Tea's UR is still 62. We have some streams here. Both players absolutely collapse. But Can10 recovers way more better. Oh my god.
Grape Tea.
It's happening again.
It's happening again. The SV might just be a little bit too high for Grape Tea. It's really interesting to see Canton excel on the ability to just read these kinds of things just a little bit better than Grape Tea. As we are increasing the SV. And this might be the difference maker in this match. 36k advantage to Canton right now. We have 1 quarter left on this big 40 seconds.
But a quarter of the map left to go. 36,000 points.
That is so solid for Canton. All they have to do is maintain this lead. Sounds easy. It's so hard to pull off, especially when so much is on the line. But Canton could be the one to push this up to match point. Looking pretty good. More misses coming in from FT!
They both miss. But it's all traded. It's all good.
It's all looking good for Canton. More misses. Grape Tea just falls apart here at the end. 17 misses. And a cat spam at the end. Canton will move this to 6-5. 4 points in a row. And it's not even close. 91,000.
Failed the map.
What?
That is something you would never expect to see from any of these players. The tank on the stream was just so significant that the HP just could not recover. And what that means is Can10 now only needs 1 point to go to the bracket reset. It is Grape Tea's pick, and if they win it, we'll be playing the tiebreaker. And if we get tiebreaker, Grape Tea wins means they win the entire thing, and if Can10 wins, we start again.
If you had told me half an hour ago that Canton would somehow make up for the 5-2 loss, I would have called you insane. Genuinely.
I would have too. Grape
No
Tea
mod
is gonna
5.
go with no mod 5. Try their chances on that one.
is Lawrence Attractor song, custom song by How to Play LN.
This
Skill
map
set.
is weird. It has very strange snappings and timing, something that Great T often excels at. However, the fact it's taken them until this point in the match to pick it may indicate they have some problems on it as well, especially knowing Kanten's score yesterday of 920k, 46-100's 3 miss.
This is such a silly song to end this matchup on. No disrespect, of course, to How to Play LN. I just don't understand the song, I'll be completely honest.
You want to know something cool?
Yeah?
This was the last pick in the other match as well.
Huh.
And it went to tiebreaker.
The script reveals itself once more. Now, will it repeat? That's the question. Oh boy. I am so tense. In 2 minutes, we'll have an answer. Lawrence Attractor. Skill set, don't come on.
Yeah, it's almost exactly the same kind of situation as well. Kanten was the last pick, and picked this one to take it to the tiebreaker, as my mind was on match point. Now this time Great T picks it as the final pick to take it to a tiebreaker, as Kanten is on the match point.
I cannot believe it. And I genuinely have no idea how this is gonna sway, because Nomad 5 is just such a weird pick. Such a big question mark, but at least we'll know that by the end of this, we'll have no more questions unanswered, because both of these players will be very familiar with what they're capable of and what not. And if it comes to a bracket reset, they'll be playing with open cards.
It's already crazy having, you know, the Grand Finals tiebreaker, the one that has so much work put into it, getting played, like, legitimately once. What about twice?
With the show match, of course, yeah.
No, I mean, like, legitimately, as in, like, the match actually went
okay,
to a
that's what you mean.
tiebreaker. We'll definitely see it anyway. Like, yeah, no matter the outcome of this, like, we will see the tiebreaker, but
God. I am so nervous, and I have no idea what these players must be feeling like in that case.
so
Nomad
much is on the
5.
line for both of them.
Nomad 5, final pick in this first matchup of Great T versus Kanten. What is it going to be? Will Kanten avoid the tiebreaker, or will we be seeing yet another one in this absolutely cracked Grand Finals weekend? Starting off once again with few accuracy drops from Kanten. This is a recurring thing that we have seen. But accuracy is not everything, and these two players have demonstrated that perfectly all throughout this match.
I'm too afraid to say anything. 3 100s to 5. There's the kind of... They both hit the really messy stream.
Oh.
Great T missed it! But so did
Great T
Kanten,
missed
but
it!
Great T had a way worse set of misses.
Kanten is in the lead. I'm so scared of saying absolutely anything, but this...
Oh,
is
Kanten
looking
missed
so
again.
good.
It's 3,000 points, 2,000 points!
They are neck and neck
Triple
in this
digit.
matchup.
What is this? Come on!
They're so close in terms of accuracy. It is like neck and neck. There's just a couple
Oh,
hundred
huge
misses
misses from
coming from
Kanten.
Kanten.
Great T is in the lead. They so desperately need to take this to the tiebreaker, giving themselves another chance to win this. It's 30k. It's going to be pretty difficult for Kanten to come back from this one. Great T is going to need to pick up a load of misses.
And Kanten is already looking a little
There's
bit
a miss.
worse
It's a single
Great
miss.
T, though.
Oh, that's a lot of misses.
That's not just one miss. We are 9,000, 7,000 score difference now in favor of Grape Tea. It is shrinking. But it's not gonna be enough! We're going to be seeing a tiebreaker! What? No!
5,788 points in favor of Grape Tea. We're getting another legitimate tiebreaker in the grand finals of EGTS.
No way. Absolutely no way this is happening. And you might have already seen a third name plop up. We're welcoming Ethan in the casting booth. Hey, hello.
I cannot believe what I am witnessing. This is absolutely absurd. The scriptwriters are really cooking with this one, it seems. 2 tiebreakers in one weekend. Wow.
That's such a crazy stage in the tournament as well. Like, this is it. This is the end. Everything comes down to this. Grape Tea, if he wins the tiebreaker, takes everything. The victory, the glory, leaving Kanten at second place as the runner-up. But if Kanten manages to lock in and win the tiebreaker once again, we'll be starting everything over from scratch. But then Kanten will need to win once again. They've done it before, they've proven with the scores they've achieved today and yesterday that it is entirely doable. They could take home the crown, the champion of EGTS. But we've got to get through this one first. Who will it be?
Put in your guesses right now. I would have not believed that this match would go to tiebreaker. No shot. But this has been such a remarkable match from start to finish. Each player has such a unique skill set where they excel at, and they've been both playing it out so well against one another. But like, what happens if Kanten wins this one? You are looking already at a match that lasts 1.5 hours, and all of this could repeat.
Or there's a chance it could just end right here. It's a very scary scenario right here for Kanten and Grape Tea. I could not imagine being in their seats right now. Potentially having to go to bracket reset and have another 1.5 hours of Taiko to play through.
Good God.
I mean, it works really well as giving this song this just absolute combination of everyone's hard work over years and years. Another proper showing, another proper viewing. And just for all the extra kind of viewers that we'll have as well, we've peaked up quite a lot. We're at 385.
Hello everyone, welcome to EGTS Grand Finals. No, we did not expect that it would go to tiebreaker, but here we are. This is an 11-minute long tiebreaker, a collaboration between 20 artists, with a full music video and everything. Welcome to the nuttiest tournament that this game has ever seen. And I'm not being, what do you say, I'm not being like,
over-exaggerated.
Over-exaggerating, yeah. Like, tell me another tournament that has done something similar to this. We are good to go. Our staffers have done everything they need to get as much people in as they need to witness a one-of-a-kind in EGTS history, a genuine Grand Finals tiebreaker. This is World Colliders, Chaos in Conclusion. Grape Tea versus Kanten. If Grape Tea wins, Grape Tea will win EGTS 2025. If Kanten wins, we are going to bracket reset.
But we have a long ways away for that. A whole 11-minute long map to go to decide who will come out on top. If we'll be seeing a bracket reset or if Grape Tea will end things right now.
I just don't even know what to say at this point. Just a
Yeah,
very,
they're-
very slow, chilled out intro. Does not prepare anyone for what is to come.
It is absurd to see like 100 for like each note hit because the note density is there's just that many notes in this song. You never see that many notes for any song in a tournament, but here we are.
It's like over like 6,000 or something notes
Yeah,
in this
no,
map.
It's absurd.
All right.
Song is starting here. Grape Tea with the early accuracy lead.
Only about 5 100s though. And if it maintained 5 100 difference to the very end of the song, nothing would ever beat that.
So far, both players pretty solid accuracy. Not really any major drops just yet here. Although Grape Tea does have a little bit more consistent UR and slightly more consistent accuracy with less 100s. Ooh, a couple 100s there drop from Canton, but Grape Tea's trading some of them. Still incredibly close. Not really any major drops.
Yeah, Canton at least has the buffer, knowing that even if they lose this, they have another entire match to try again, basically.
They
Yeah,
have
with
like
those
3
misses-
maps. But yeah, no, that's a lot of misses right there. Oh my goodness.
It's going to put the score lead in favor of Canton, and with how long this map is, like a score difference of like 4,000, 5,000 is actually quite a lot, but it makes me feel like I'm watching Mania.
Yeah, no, it is absurd to see 11 misses and it's 7,000 score difference. There is still just so much map. Oh, that's a lot of 100s. It's a little bit scary. But still, just with how much map there is left, like even with those misses right here, if Grape Tea is able to completely stabilize, there is still definitely a chance for them to come back into this. It is not over till it's really over. Although, oh my goodness, those 100s on the slowdown. Grape Tea is getting really caught off guard there.
Yesterday, when Canton played this, they got a score of 850,833, 405 100s, 108 misses.
Ooh, more misses from Grape Tea here. Content still holding on to the MC for the first 1,000 notes. Grape Tea is really struggling to stabilize here.
I just find it so hard to believe that, you know, Canton has already had experience with the tiebreaker here. It's obvious that they've practiced it, but I cannot believe that Grape Tea has not done their practice. Oh god. I don't want to make assumptions here.
These bursts
Yeah.
keep catching him out over and over. Canton finding a decent mistake of their own. But it's 21,000 in favor of a bracket reset.
And that's quite a big score lead considering just how many notes there are in a map. It's going to be quite a tough hill for Grape Tea to climb back into this. But it's still definitely doable.
Yeah, yesterday we saw score differences of 30,000 flick back and forth.
We're only 1/3 through this pick, and both players have the chance to stabilize, but no! Grape Tea with a huge chain miss once again! As we're picking up the density, the speed as well. Canton, that's what they excel at. And that is already looking monumental for Canton. 1/3 through this pick.
Canton did pick up a miss there, but Grape Tea is struggling to stabilize on these bursts.
50,000 is the biggest score lead we have ever seen on this map. And it's in favor of a bracket reset. Rangers are able to quite keep up with the speed on some of these streams and bursts. We had to make sure that the tiebreaker was the hardest map of the tournament, so we really want to determine the best of the best, especially when they're showcasing a tie.
It is absolutely disgusting, by the way, that Canton FC through that section. There was so much mono stuff in there. There was so incredibly dense, so fast. That is not okay. We are going into one of my absolutely favorite sections of this song. And
Yeah,
Canton,
might as well.
Yeah. Canton keeps that combo high. Grape Tea, with such a monumental task, has not had the time to really build any combo here. but now we're getting into lower speed. That might catch Canton off guard. No, it doesn't. Never mind. What is Canton on?
Canton's score is so phenomenal so far. I cannot believe the combos I am seeing from them right now on this tiebreaker. But there is still a whole other half of the song to go.
Yeah, this kind of section of the song is generally just about like consistency in that,
Ooh.
and the consistency of misses from Canton. Not a good place to start breaking.
Yeah. It's going to help Grape Tea start climbing back into this, but still, Grape Tea needs to hold on to their combo and also hold on to their accuracy if they want to really climb back into the song.
We're halfway through with 54,000 score lead in favor of Canton.
Five more minutes to go. 5.5 roundabout.
On a build up. Just a combo builder. Does help give Grape Tea a bit of extra score.
Big
Both
mono
players
And
the
the
mono.
fake out. Into the streams again. This is where Grape Tea will probably struggle the most.
Oh, Boosty
This time it's
Canton
Canton.
taking a ton of misses. The node lock. Oh my goodness.
That
Canton
entire
is
score lead
struggling to
is
hit this.
disappearing before our eyes.
Grape Tea picked up a miss there, but they stabilized really quickly. Canton's score lead is disappearing before our eyes. Their score lead's cut in half here. Grape Tea picks up a couple misses there, but Canton's struggling to stabilize here. Oh,
That
this is from
was
Grape
a
Tea.
big chunk. A big chunk of the score being chopped off Canton. Still, 33,000 score is quite a lot, and it will take another tank like that for Grape Tea to come out on top here. Good God, there's a miss, another miss from Grape Tea. Just note that Grape Tea has found misses all throughout the map, has not had the ability to really build combo. That was the first time that Grape Tea has really built any sense of like a sensible combo. Canton has done so much work to stabilize, to get ahead in time, to capitalize off of these misses. And now Canton is still looking pretty good despite that big chain miss, despite the misses not being so slim, like pretty miss difference. Canton is still on track to take this to the bracket reset, but what a shocker that was.
Yeah, that score difference is going up again in favor of Canton. We were about 30,000 or so after the streams, and we're now up to 44 again. It just looks like in general, Canton is just the better player on this map.
You say that, we have 1 quarter left. There's still stuff that can happen, but they have rebuilt. They're done so well. Already got like 10,000 score back onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's looking ever more likely that we could be seeing a bracket reset here. Canton still just holding on to a pretty significant lead. And that miss from Grape Tea could potentially be sealing things. Absolutely devastating miss right there as Canton's climbing their combo well above 1,000 now. Oh, they do pick up a miss right there.
A very technical section. Saw Grape Tea struggle on the tech a lot more than Canton earlier on. That's what gave Canton the big lead.
We're winding things up once again. Slowly approaching the end of this tiebreaker, and Canton is sitting atop a very remarkable Grand Finals run so far. Still, 48,000 score difference. It's as if nothing happened. It's like that big score drop didn't actually happen, and it's scary to think what would have happened if Canton didn't drop like that. More misses coming in from Grape Tea. Canton trades. Nothing, absolutely nothing is currently stopping Canton from bringing this to the bracket reset. Where is Grape Tea gonna find 46,000 score to reclaim? I have no idea.
Yeah, I just don't think it's possible for Grape Tea to come back.
Yeah, because the outro of the map is actually one of the easier parts. I know there's still another like minute or so to go, but on a map this long, 50,000 score, I don't know if it's possible.
I am starting to doubt it, but if me as a Germany supporter in TWC has taught me anything, it's not over until it's over. Something can still flip.
Oh my.
I am still not over it, but
Yeah, we're on the outro here.
we're on the outro.
This is it.
This is it. I cannot believe my eyes. Canton has just managed to reset the bracket. Is this the grand finals you wanted? Because it certainly is for me.
And it looks like it's sealed. We are going to be seeing a bracket reset. We are going to be having a whole other match here to determine who will be the winner of this year's EGTS. The final edition of EGTS here.
It
Oh
does
my
not
goodness.
get better than that. That's Grape Tea's first loss in this tournament. And it was on
Grape Tea.
tiebreaker in the grand finals.
Grape Tea, so far in the bracket, except for grand finals, has only lost 3 maps up until grand finals. And now Grape Tea has lost an entire match. Unbelievable what Canton has cooked up here. 7-6.
So what that
Nice.
means is we're doing it all again.
Yep.
So yeah, but the reason it's a bracket reset is because Canton came from the losers bracket. This is done just to give the player coming from the winners bracket an advantage of having never lost a match. So Grape Tea needed to win that one tiebreaker, and that was it. It was all done. But Canton prevented that from happening. So we go again. Now, no matter which player wins the match now, they will be crowned the champion of EGTS, the Arena of the Gods.
Alright, good God. We just got the info that we will be taking a short break. I say short, the players will be taking a short break, understandably, after this insane matchup. They will have 15 minutes to recover. And I will certainly need it, because I've been streaming my lungs out at most of these picks. God. Yeah.
This
What?
is incredible.
I am at a loss for words, honestly. Just watching the match and then seeing it slowly crawl from being like, oh, Grape Tea is very much in the lead here. It's like 5-2 at one point, I believe. Like, it looked like it was just going to be almost an open and shut match, and then Canton slowly climbing into it.
Just
It was-
Ethan. Ethan, you're not allowed to be at a loss for words. By the way, I already went 1.5 hours in this one. I kind of need you in the second half.
This is so true. I just woke up here at 7 in the morning, and looks like there's plenty of more Taiko action, and this is gonna be it. This is the final match of EGTS. Literally, there is no other more matches, no more bracket resets, nothing else. Whoever wins this match is the winner of this year's EGTS. It just comes down to this.
Wow, okay, where do we start? We have 12 minutes until the next match starts. Where do we even start? Like, it's so hard to make predictions at this stage because I feel like everyone's predictions have just been thrown out of the water with how this match has gone. I would like to see the one person who has put a 7-6 bracket reset in this match. I genuinely thought that everyone who saw Grape Tea perform in this tournament so far would just be like, yeah, Grape Tea will get in like a 7-1, 7-2 or something like that. And when we call it a day, no, we have a bracket reset. I am in disbelief, and I have no idea what to believe anymore. Where do you start with predictions? Like, what could we see? We have seen what the match could be like, what most of the picks will be like, and there were quite a lot more decisive picks that I personally didn't expect, especially Hard Rock 2. So, given all that we've seen so far, given the state that the players are in, given that they've already played an entire match from front to back, plus tiebreaker, where are we at? What will be the final scoreline? Please discuss.
I think the craziest part is knowing that there was multiple, like the 2 breakpoints that Kanten lost would have been won with yesterday's score. So Kanten has insane ability to actually take down Grape T, the player that is kind of unstoppable almost when it comes to all of these tournament stuff. Because they're such an incredibly well-rounded player, they can just take on absolutely anything. But it seems like EGTS's grand final pool has finally reached a difficulty where it's comfortable enough for the players to play, but still cause them to crack a bit. And that's exactly how Kanten is kind of taking advantage of this, because their skill cap is just so high, where Grape T is kind of good at everything, but not a complete master of everything, if you get what I mean. So I think Kanten could win it.
I want to say the same thing as well, especially because we're going to have a whole other match here. I kind of wonder if it might dig into both players' staminas potentially to just have to play a whole other match right after that, especially with an absolutely intense tiebreaker like that being 11 minutes long.
It's interesting trying to see what everyone else is saying as well. Mostly everyone just like shocked at how that's even gotten to this point, and then shocked that they only get a 10-15 minute break.
Yeah.
Like, this kind of calls for, like, you know, wrap it up for today. Give them some well-deserved sleep. Is it evening right now in Japan? Is it nighttime? I genuinely don't know.
I think it's closer to night.
It is 9:30 PM, we've just been told. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long night for these two players. Imagine being in their shoes. You're like a well-adjusted adult, you have a job, a full-time job, but on Sunday evening, you somehow have a double Grand Finals pool to play.
They're gonna sleep well tonight, they're gonna be exhausted.
Oh boy.
Looks like they are not going to be sleeping in that case. As they still have a bit more Taiko to play.
Alright, the predictions have flipped, unsurprisingly, after that performance. Kanten is currently in the lead, so if you got some channel points to spare, this is the time to gamble responsibly.
Gamble it all!
Gamble it all. If there's a time to it now, there's not going to be an EGTS after this.
Give us all your money!
God. Oh god.
Although if you do legitimately want to give us money, we do have a merch store.
Yeah.
That's true.
We always appreciate any kind of donation. You have some super sick merch that you could shop for yourself. Maybe someone can drop the link in the stream chat. That's the least you can do. Well, I say the least you can do. The least you can do is tune in to this match, into what's going to be the conclusion of one of the nuttiest tournaments, if not the nuttiest tournaments that this game has ever seen, by a long stretch. God. I kind of want to find the actual predictions page. Because there's pick'em also for this tournament. Let me just quickly have a look at that, because you could also put your bets on the result of the bracket reset. It seems like I have to log in. I didn't do pick'ems a single time.
I kind of forgot to do pick'ems as well.
Yeah, I totally forgot myself. I should be remembering these things. You know, I'm the professional here.
Okay, so we did not have a lot of votes for the grand final. We had a total of 60 people who put in their predictions. For this match, we had 14 for Grape T and 2 for Kanten, which does not reflect like what we've seen in the channel predictions at all. But for the bracket reset, we've seen that the winner of this match will also be the winner of it all. So actually, more people believe that Canton will be able to come out on top of this. But again, this is like 12 people. This is not a lot, and there's also fewer people who have voted for the bracket reset as opposed to the actual grand final, just because I think no one really believed that the bracket reset would happen. That could still shake up a couple of things on the leaderboard. And I saw that Enwolf yesterday proudly posted a screenshot of correctly predicting that the losers bracket grand final will go to a tiebreaker. Wasn't first place, now is no longer anymore. Nuku has now reclaimed the first spot.
Oh, of course it was Nuku.
Of course. Like, what are these badges? What are these badges on Nuku's name? TT free pickup winner, TWC, lots of pickups, Patreon supporter. That's not a tournament. EGTS, MWC, Mania World Cup, UK Catch Cup, TWC, again, in various years. If one person gets it right, it's apparently Nuku.
Well, yeah, that does appear to be the case. If Nuku bets on you, then
yeah,
I guess you should be feeling good about your chances.
Good God. Alright, 3.5 minutes left for until we go on with the bracket reset. I do not expect that any of the bans will change. I do not expect that any of the picks in the first half will change. But, I mean, honestly, is it wishful thinking to say that, like, I could see, like, I don't know, Canton go dropping, like, a 7-5 and somehow coming out on top of this? Because Canton has shown so much resilience in this match, and the ability to just stay close and punish any of Great T's arrows. Is it wishful thinking? I don't know. I like a good underdog story, but I also just like the storyline of Great T coming out on top regardless, making that #1 seed happen. What do you guys think?
Absolutely, like, Great T is just, like, such an incredible player. Like, as I said during the match, their kind of dedication to practicing and kind of giving it their all is absolutely unmatched in this game. Like, I would not be surprised if they have at least, like, 50 scorers on every single map here. It's just... You see it all the time, especially with, like, TWC. They always stream just before their match for a couple hours, practicing the pool, and you know, like, he's so untouchable that he just shows off all of his scores. And no one can compare to him at all when it comes to these sorts of things. And so it's just really interesting to see him actually lose a 1v1 match. But you know, if anyone is going to kind of come out on top, not get burnt out, not kind of have their stamina just completely gone, and kind of keep that mental fortitude required to win, Great T would also be that player.
Yeah, there's definitely an argument for both of these players. I think that's what I like about how this match is unfolding, is I feel like you could definitely vouch for either player, and, like, you'd not be wrong in, like, saying that player definitely has a chance of winning this.
It also is a deserved winner. Like, Great T just curb stomping every single opponent up until now, and Canton completing the absolutely insane losers bracket run. I also have a feeling that they did not pause in the 15 minutes it took for them to get back into the match. I have a feeling they've just been practicing. Like, like 15 minutes is enough to play the tiebreaker once.
Yeah, unfortunately, I need to leave. I can't actually watch and cast this with yous because of commitments elsewhere. But of course, everyone, you are in very good hands with Jugs and Ethan. If anything, perhaps even better, because they can do hype casting way better than I can. And for such an important and significant place in the tournament, that is exactly what we need. So I will head out and leave them here to do their thing. Good luck to everyone, and see you soon.
Thanks for being with us, Teasel, but I feel like Ethan will have to cover me quite a bit. My voice has already suffered quite a bit in that previous match, and Ethan you had just woke up. You got into an absolutely hype matchup, and I know you have the energy. So everyone say thanks, Teasel. And we are on board with another, what could be a best of 13 Grand Finals bracket reset. Canton versus Grape Tea. Now Canton on the left side, having forced the bracket reset at Grape Tea, having to find one way or another to make up for the loss in that previous match.
Yep. As I said, this is it. And we're about to get started with the final match, for real this time, of EGTS. After our short break. And yeah, as you've said, I don't think the bans are definitely going to change. Maybe some slight pick order changing with the second half, but I think the first half is going to be the same, since both players were winning most of their picks in the first half.
Yep. Definitely could see Hard Rock 2 being played earlier rather than later, just because having a 90,000 score advantage over your opponent was so huge for Canton. I don't believe that Canton believed that this could be possible, especially with the nerves being as high as they are, being so late into the match. Maybe, possibly. I don't know what Grape Tea has to do to make up a 90,000 point loss in like the half an hour that you have from Hard Rock 2 being picked in the previous match to Hard Rock 2 being picked in this match. No idea.
Yeah, depending on how Grape Tea feels about the map they banned, I wonder if they might actually opt to just ban that instead at the last moment. Potentially risky decision.
I don't think it's risky, really, because we were discussing it before the previous match, and Canton was not doing so well on Nomad 4 as well. I know Grape Tea just doesn't want to practice Nomad 4. I say that, not knowing exactly what Grape Tea is practicing. I do believe that they would play at least Nomad 4 at least once, just to check it out, and then say, nah, I'm still gonna ban it. But maybe, I don't think Canton will back down from the hidden one ban. Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially with a player like Grape Tea, like, you kind of just need to ban Hidden One. Grape Tea is just the hidden player. I feel like just one of the best, if not the best hidden player in the game when it comes to tournament performance.
Absolutely. Alright, I guess we're still waiting for the players to get ready in this one, but I genuinely don't know what else to say anymore. Pretty much everything has already been said, and we just got the info that the players are indeed back. So we're looking to get into the rolls relatively soon. There's still time, of course, to get your points in. The prediction has gotten a lot closer overall.
Wow. Yeah, I just noticed it's a dead even tie,
God.
Basically. Content, 51% of people believe they'll win. Or I guess 51% of the channel points are going towards them.
Yeah, like, don't mess with Grape Tea. Like, of course, Canton has reset the bracket, but Grape Tea is still a remarkable player. And as we've already said numerous times, this could really go either way for these two players.
Yeah, and as we've seen from Content side, they've had a lot more closer matches over the course of this tournament. Meanwhile, Grape Tea, it's been basically sweeps till this point, and then suddenly, just in grand finals here, it's a completely different story from the side of Grape Tea. So I wonder if Content is just going to be a lot more used to this kind of scenario, because it seems to happen to them quite a bit throughout this tournament so far, throughout their run. Starting with Miming in grand finals, the first grand finals match, and then Grape Tea now in their second grand finals match having 2 tiebreakers.
That is ridiculous. Also, the match versus Peaceful, which went 6-5.
And they've also
all the
had,
other ones.
They've had so many close counters. There's so many close calls to tiebreakers, or just straight up going to tiebreaker. That is crazy to me.
That definitely favors Canton quite a bit. just because that proves that Canton is able to keep their composure in even like the very late stages of a match. Grape Tea has not been in that situation up until now, and I said that don't mess with. Guys, I said 1 minute ago that you shouldn't count on Grape Tea. Now Grape Tea is leading the polls again by 20 pounds, by 20,000, which is not a lot, but still, like.
It seems like nobody can really make up their mind with how this match could go. It really does feel like it could go either way, as I keep on saying. Just because, like, there really is an argument for either player. And it looks like we're going to be going into the first picked by Conten, and it'll be Nomad 2. The bans are going to be Nomad 4 and Hidden 1, same bans as last match.
Canton once again being the first one to pick. Starting off with Source missing Nomad 2. The speed pick 350 BPM. Just had to double check so I'm not spreading any fake news on the internet. And this is a bold pick in my opinion, seeing that actually it was Grape Tea who in the previous match won this one.
Yeah, that
this
is
should be Canton's
rather
forte.
interesting. So I think Conten feels a lot better on their second run, hopefully. And getting underway with the first map of the last match of EGTS.
Bracket reset, the last match for real this time, and this time we really mean it. There's not gonna be an EGTS after this.
So far, both players early 100s, favoring Grape Tea by 100. Now 2 100s as Kenta picked up another 100. The UR from both these players actually pretty similar. Usually we see Grape Tea with slightly better UR than Kenton.
Yeah, but great, but like Canton has been able to keep it remarkably close on all but a couple of picks. I believe it was Hard Rock 1 where Grape Tea had like a almost 40 UR at one point.
No, yeah, the UR that Grape Tea can pull out on some maps is diabolical, to say the least.
And we are neck and neck once again.
It is
absolutely
completely
insane.
tied right now, going into the second half of this map. First pick of the match. Both players trading 100, still tied. Oh my goodness. Now, it just keeps on trading back and forth. Grape Tea now with the lead by 2 100s.
The second half
still
definitely packs a solid punch. There is so much density in this one, so many snapping changes, and it's ridiculous to see this being an act battle. Up to Grape Tea with the first miss. Canton now ahead.
Even more misses from Grape Tea here. Kanta just needs to hold on to their full combo, and they have this solidified. Grape Tea's stamina looks to have run out on this pick. As long as Kanta holds on to full combo, it is sealed, and oh my goodness. The score difference on this is insane. Are we gonna see an FC?
No way.
Wow.
What a way to open the bracket reset. Canton with a Nomad 2 FC. What?
That is insane. To give everyone context who is just viewing this, both of the players had, so Grape Tea got 14 misses on this on the last match, and Kanten got 20 misses. And Kanten bounced back from a 20 miss play to FCing Nomad 2 to start off this match. What a score.
I feel like the game plan here from Canton is to just tire out Grape Tea. Starting off with a 350 BPM pick, we'll certainly do that, even with a player of the caliber of Grape Tea, who should be capable of playing this BPM. But the density in this one is ridiculous, and it just keeps picking up in the second half. And that is really the crux of it all. We've seen that on the tiebreaker in the previous match. And it feels like Canton has unlocked the Achilles heel of Grape Tea and is so ready to punish it.
Yeah, content is just looking more locked in as both of these two matches have gone on, honestly.
All
But
right.
now, Grape Tea's first pick of the match, Fremont 2.
The one pick that no one pronounces correctly on their first try. This is Deep by Lamania. Grape Tea once again getting into the match with confident picks. Probably looking to clear out the force mod pool right away. That was also what Grape Tea did in the first match.
Yeah,
But-
Grape Tea picked this in the last match as well as their first pick, and it was quite a solidified victory there for them. So, love to see if they can replicate that score yet again. But with how things have gone this match, you just never know, I guess, what kind of scores both these players could be pulling out, it feels like, with how we saw the last map just go.
This is so strange to say. This is such a weird place to be in. Because we can no longer say for sure what's going to happen with this one. I'm still thinking that Great Team will whip out a 1-0 score. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind about that, and it's going to be so weird to flip the players in my head, because now Grape Tea's on the right side. I was wondering why Grape Tea picked Hard Rock, but that's not Grape Tea, that's Canton.
That also confuses me as well. whenever I saw the first map.
Oh boy, it's going to be a fun one. So, off we go. This is arguably, in my opinion, a lot more challenging with Hard Rock just because of the accuracy requirement. OD10 on top of that is absolutely ridiculous.
So far, pretty solid accuracy for both these players, although just as I say that, we get into some more technical patterns and kind of start to pick up quite a few 100s here.
This is exactly what we see in the previous match, where Great T just slays on the hidden and Canton tries to keep it close with Hard Rock. All things considered, the accuracy is still pretty nuts, but we are yet to see one of the more challenging parts in this pick. Halfway point, and Canton is looking at 23 100s. Solid stuff so far.
Yeah, I think if Kanton's going to have a chance on this pick, they're really going to have to rely on Grape Tea picking up a couple misses. Just due to the accuracy difference. Both players still holding on to their full combos. Let's see how long they can last for.
I don't believe Canton just nailed that section. We're entering high SV. Canton is capable of playing that as well. That was one of the most challenging parts of this pick, and Canton just nailed it.
Can they hold on to the FC? There's not that much map left here. These scores are completely insane for both these players, but the accuracy from Grape Tea is absurd here. They pick up a couple 100s there, but still 10 100s on this pick. Even if they miss a couple times, it's basically solidified, and Canton is gonna unfortunately miss there on the speed up at the end. But what is that score from Grape Tea? 10 100s on a grand finals pick.
What is that score from Canton? 1 miss compared to 19 in the previous match. Up AC and lower miss count. That was almost an FC.
Yeah, no, that is absurd. Both these players, crazy scores from both of them. Canton is just warming up into this as it goes on, it feels like.
Like, to everyone who has never seen Taiko gameplay before, both of these scores were absolutely ridiculous. Getting that accuracy, getting just 1 miss on that one is absurd. But then you're playing against Great T, who is just mastered hidden like no one else. And you have... I'm speechless. I'm just... What? Nomad 6. Okay. Right.
Yep. No breakpoints just yet here. And we're going into Nomad 6. A bit of a longer map. Not as long as a tiebreaker, of course. But, quite a scary pick. It's definitely one of those maps that if you miss once, it can be incredibly hard to recover just due to the death streams in it. It is a very brutal pick.
301 BPM, and once again, this one has a lot to keep the players on edge. This is not just streams, this also has a couple of funny snappings, because you cannot kill these players with streams, you have to put stuff on top of that. This is Grand Finals, the hardest pool you're gonna see.
Now getting underway, Kanten's second pick of the match. No breakpoints just yet. We are still early on in this match here. And the map just gets right underway with the death streams. Oh my goodness, that UR from Great T. that is absurd. Okay, it did go above 60. But insane accuracy for both these players. Start things off with. We'll see how long they can keep that for, though. Oh, couple misses from Great T right there. Thankfully, it wasn't a no lock.
Starting off really early with that miss. I mean, all things considered, if you want to miss, start at the beginning, but not what you want to see being Great T in that position.
Yeah. That's going to make things tricky for them potentially. But still, there is a lot more map to go, and Great T's accuracy is still very solid. There is a lot of chances for them to come back into this map. Kanten still holding on strong. More misses from Great T though, and it's going to be right towards the center of the map. And that's going to be really devastating for them, as Kanten's going to be able to grab a lot of free combo here in this slowdown. Although these finishers right here might be able to catch one of these players off guard.
Nope.
Oh my goodness, both these players are nailing this section. Oh, but the death stream is going to give a massive no luck to Kanten. It's going to flip right over to the side of Grape T. And now Grape T is in the lead. Not by a lot, but they still have a solid chance of taking this map and getting an early breakpoint here. But those misses right there, they're going to be getting a no lock of the streams. Now it's flipped back over to the side of Kanten. Still incredibly close here, but those misses from Grape T are starting to pile up more and more. Kanten's gonna reset their combo, but they're still gonna have the lead for now.
It's just a back and forth, and Grape T misses right before the spinner. We are calming things down just once more, but there's one quarter left, which still has quite a bit to offer for these two players. Everything can still happen. I was about to say how Kanten got a 4 misplay on this one. Nothing is real anymore. Everything is possible.
Anything can happen. Kanten still needs to hold on here to take this map to avoid getting an early break point. It's not that much map left. Grape T picking up a lot of misses there that could seal it for Kanten here. As long as they hold on their combo, it's basically sealed. And oh my goodness, the misses from Grape T there have basically sealed it.
More misses coming in right before the finishers.
Piling up.
And this is pretty much over for Grape T. Kanten secures the second point. I was going to say at the start that this is an easy pick for Kanten. I was proven wrong right around the middle point. But what? There were more note locks than I could count. Then they came like seemingly out of nowhere too. Like,
yeah, the no locks were so deadly on this pick. It really did just come down to the no locks, it seems, which is how it kind of goes on very streamy stamina picks like this.
It's really starting to show that Kanten has done a good job at gnawing away at Grape T's stamina. Like, getting an 800k after getting a 915k on this pick is quite a difference. On the other hand, Kanten just got a 930k compared to a 960k, which is still, you know, a step down, but not as grave as the one that Grape T delivered here. And we're going to be continuing as expected with Force Mod 3. This is the Final Road Mega Mix mashup of a lot of GTS customs throughout the years.
Yeah, and this is a pick that definitely favors Grape Tea, but it feels very scary saying that with any pick at this point because it feels like anything could happen with all of these maps. In the last match, both players picked Hidden on this, so we're likely to see that again.
Yep, not expecting any changes here because the SV does get a little bit silly at some point. There's one funny section, and we'll have to see if it happens again. The part that you just heard, where the SV drops really low, that's the one part that Grape Tea missed on, and that was the only section where Grape Tea really caught any considerable misses, so there wasn't FC except for that part. Let's see if Grape Tea gets caught off guard by that one again.
Yeah, or if they're able to nail it and set an absolutely absurd score.
You'd have to hope. It's Grape Tea.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be Grape Tea.
Like, things are probably gonna be smooth sailing until we hit like the 3-3 mark, or like the halfway point of this match, and then things get super interesting.
Yeah. I do see content mentioning Hard Rock. I'm not sure what they're mentioning about it specifically, but I'm scared if we're seeing Hard Rock on this pick. Oh my goodness, we are seeing Hard Rock on this pick! Okay.
No. Switching it up for your losers for your bracket reset?
That is, oh my goodness.
That is the stuff of champions. I have no idea if Canton practices with Hard Rock. That is ridiculous. I did not see this coming.
Content is just feeling really good about their Hard Rock ability today, it seems.
Like, you know, like Canton knows. Canton knows that they cannot best Grape Tea on hit. So why not switch it up? Hope for a miracle.
Definitely a valid strategy. So far, Grape Tea with a pretty absurd score here, 1-100. Still quite a bit of map though.
And that was the
Hansen's struggling with their accuracy just a little bit here.
And that was, by the way, the section that I was mentioning. Grape Tea nailed that one, quite through that one with an SC. So if all things are going according to plan, Grape Tea might get away with an FC on this one finally. But, you know, we're only 1/3 through the map. We still got ways to go with this one. Ooh.
That stream looked a little bit scary there for Grape Tea, but they're still holding on their full combo for now. The accuracy is so shaky here from Content, though. I am terrified. They're still holding on to an FC, but it is a really rocky FC with 94%.
It really is like the best shot that Canton is gonna get at this one.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only shot Kenton really has is Grape Tea picking up like a no lock on some of these patterns, but with how consistent they looked last time on this pick, and the only part that they really tripped up on already out, it's looking very unlikely. So you have to see though. There's a second half of the map. Anything is possible.
It is quite surreal as well to see Canton still holding on to that FC. No misses yet on the board from either player. Like, when you have renowned Hard Rock players saying that Hard Rock on this is silly, then you better believe that it is silly. But if there's a player to do it, it's apparently Canton, because Canton has shown such a proficiency with being able to read these incredibly high SVs that Grape Tea just doesn't seem to be able to catch.
Yeah, just the fact that they're still FCing this is completely absurd. Both of these players have just absolutely insane scores. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. There's still a bit more map left, but the fact that I'm saying that there's a chance we might be seeing 2 FCs on this map is wild. One with Hard Rock and one with Hidden.
We're speeding up once more, and this might be a breaking point for Canton too. We'll have to wait and see. There's about 20 seconds left of this pick. And both are still steering towards an FC, getting a couple of 100s still from Canton. But no, Grape Tea is actually the one with the miss! It's not an FC! I can't believe it! There's still one more final funny stream. Will Canton be able to hit this one? And he does! Oh my goodness!
That is insane. Grape Tea will be taking the map pick. But Kanten, what is that score? That is the most insane Hard Rock score I have seen in a while, and Kanten's pulling that off in match. That is absurd.
Grape Tea gets the point. Canton gets the karma. Like, what?
And the thing
I
is
can't
they
believe
played
this.
hidden on the last match on this song, and then they decide to go hard rock, and they get an FC on it. Just completely insane stuff here.
It feels weird to say, but like, despite the scoreline being what it is, we're still tied. I feel like Force Mod is Grape Tea's strength, but Canton is somehow outclassing Grape Tea despite not winning the points. Oh boy,
Absolutely
no
absurd stuff.
Gotta be seeing No Mod 1 next. Maldoror. Good God. Yeah.
So in the last match, both players had somewhat shaky accuracy, but still, but Grape Tea FC'd and Kanten picked up 4 misses. Kanten did have better accuracy, actually. They had less 100s there, so if they can have that accuracy, but FC, in theory, they would be able to take this pick. Grape Tea actually, this is another pick that Grape Tea technically took, but Kanten's picking it here. So that's really interesting to see yet again. But it worked out really well for Kanten on No Mod 2, so yeah, I feel like we're seeing a completely different Kanten here in this second match so far.
Like, this Canton is playing mind games, I feel like. Canton is trying to get into Great TZ because they've been able to do it in the first half of this matchup. Maybe this will happen in the second half as well. This is so bold. I love this.
Yeah, no, just this is stuff that just you never see. I would never expect, like, this kind of scenario to be happening. But here we are. Still no breakpoints in this match here, but this map was actually really close in the last match, so we'll have to see if it ends up being another close affair, or if either player is just able to solidify out a pick.
Now, this is as calm as it's going to get for this entire Grand Finals pool. If you're worried what a No Mod 1 is, here it is.
Now the map begins. So far, an early accuracy lead for Kanten. Grape Tea picking up a few early 100s, but still fairly solid scores for both these players.
And this being No Mod 1, of course, gives you a little bit of everything, but if it's anything, it's just super dense. You just gotta stay on top of your game at all times. Kanten now drops accuracy, which Grape Tea will actually trade. I just saw 10 100s, now it's 16, 17 from Grape Tea. I am shocked. I am so shocked what Kanten is doing here.
Yeah, Kanten's accuracy is really good here in the first half of the song. Let's see if they can keep it up in the second half of the song, because there is a bit of a change-up towards the second half. But so far, Kanten's looking so consistent here. Although they're picking up a few 100s, and Grape Tea's stabilizing just a little bit. So it's only a 3,000 point score lead for Kanten. It is incredibly close here.
5 100 separating these two players at the halfway point. Do you believe it? Because I don't.
There's definitely a chance here for a break point for the side of Grape Tea, but they need to hold on to their full combo and their accuracy. But oh my goodness, a lot of 100s there from Grape Tea. This is going to make things a bit harder for them. Still though, they're definitely in range if Kanten picks up a miss and Grape Tea holds on to an FC. Still a quarter of the map to go.
I'm I'm so hesitant to call anything misses from Grape Tea, though! This is looking so good for Canton. This is what Canton wants, and it seems like Canton is succeeding at getting into Grape Tea's head. Canton now decisively leading over Grape Tea, asserting dominance, saying, you might have won this pick in the previous match, but this is my match. I brought this to the bracket reset. This is my time to shine. And if all goes well, Canton will take this third point to rub it into Grape Tea's face.
There's not that much map left to go, really. And that miss from Grape Tea at the end there should solidify the pick for Kanten. Oh, there is a couple misses here at the end. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay.
That was
Maybe the pick wasn't fully solidified, but oh my goodness. It was a little bit scary there at the end. Kanten picking up their third point of the match here. I don't know if I've ever seen a case of a player to bracket reset picking the maps that like the other person picked and won in the previous match and then winning it themselves. I do not see I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
It's also worth mentioning that Canton actually improved around about 8,000 points over the score in the previous match. Grape Tea, on the other hand, dropped 30,000. So once again, like, the script has been completely flipped, except for the picks from Grape Tea, which unexpectedly is going to Force Mod 1, Gravity Zone.
I really kind of wonder where Grape Tea might go once the Force Mod picks are done with, because this is the last Force Mod. So after this, I kind of wonder where they will pivot to next. There is a Hidden 2 that they could try picking.
I mean, you say that Hidden 2 was won by Canton.
But actually, yeah, I'm just looking at the match result. So I'm like, wait, where do they go? It's not safe. It's kind of scary for Grape Tea here, with Canton sitting here and picking all of the maps that Grape Tea won in the previous match. It's really putting up in the question what maps Grape Tea is going to really have a decisive advantage. Oh my, whoa.
This, again, not a surprise. I expected this to happen because that's exactly what happened in the previous match. Canton cannot compete with Grape Tea on just Hidden. Canton can also not put up a good fight on accuracy, so we're putting Hidden Hard Rock on this one because this is the only pick in the Force pool that you can feasibly Hidden Hard Rock. But still, doubling down with the Hidden Hard Rock?
You love to see it, honestly. I just love the absolute confidence in Canton in this match. I can just feel it from their picks and how they are playing. So far, Grape Tea with the lead, but it's only by just a couple hundred points, and it's actually going to flip over to side Canton as their accuracy is stabilizing here. Both players still FCing. Last time, both players only missed once. Let's see if that could be a repeat here. Oh, one miss from Canton there. That's going to flip the lead over to Grape Tea's side, as they only have 2 100s here going into the second half. Grape Tea having a little bit of breathing room here due to the 100s and the miss there from Canton. In the dead center of the map. This is looking really good for Grape Tea. But still, that mod advantage from Canton is pretty scary. If Grape Tea picks up a lot of misses, it could easily flip right back over.
I may be wrong, but at this stage of the pick, we were at like around about 40,000, 50,000 score lead for Grape Tea. Canton has unlocked something in that break, and it's really starting to show. It's still winnable for Canton somehow, and Grape Tea is actually, I was gonna say losing out, but no, more misses coming in from Canton. Never mind anything that I was about to say. 2 100 still from Grape Tea.
Just an absolutely crazy score here from Grape Tea. Are they going to get the full combo here? And it looks like they are. Oh my goodness. Grape Tea is so consistent at this pick. Grape Tea is really showing just how consistent of a player they are. In the last match, they got 3 100s and a 1 miss. And this time around, 2 100s and an FC. When it comes down to it, Grape Tea is just such a consistent player at hidden and also on maps. They're a bit easier to play, but I feel like with the difficulty of the pool, it's just reaching that point where it's really difficult for Grape Tea to just consistently play everything to that level.
Alright, this is the part of the match where things cannot get any more tense. Halfway point, this means safe picks are usually out. I say that, and there's a DT2.
And as we've seen from Nomad 2 in this match, Kanton is very, very speedy and very good at speed.
And this was also the opening pick of the previous match, where Kanton did win over Grape Tea.
Yeah,
Actually,
Kanton had an
this
FC.
One. Yeah.
Very solid accuracy as well. Both these players actually had pretty good accuracy, all things considered, on this pick. But yeah, Kanton's just on another level with picks like these. We'll have to see if they can hold up that consistency, though, on the second go-around.
Good God. DT2, the speed DT. Clocking in at a very comfortable 336 BPM. Comfortable for Kanton, surely.
Just a nice chill song for Kanton, as it seems.
Yeah. Like, you hear the song is just nice and chill and friendly and comfy, and uh-oh, you didn't account for DT being slapped on top of that, did you now?
Uh-oh.
Kanton going out of that intro with quite a few more 100s. Don't blame them here because, as I always say, being able to just lock into DT accuracy right at the start of the pick is inhuman. Except for people like Grape Tea, who gets out of that before them.
And 62 you are.
Converted you are. That's the thing.
That's true.
It's already converted. It's converted already.
So far, Grape Tea with the accuracy lead. Both players still FCing. Oh, but a couple misses there from Grape Tea. It's going to flip it right over to the side of Kanton. Kanton's picking up a lot of 100s here, though, so it's going to be a little bit of a shaky lead, but still a lead nonetheless. Grape Tea's accuracy is looking really solid here in the first half. Oh, those 100s from Kanton's making it really shaky of a lead. It's definitely not a solidified pick here for Kanton. Oh my goodness, more 100s there. The lead, it's gonna flip over to the side of Grape Tea if Kanton keeps on picking up 100s like this. Grape Tea's accuracy is looking so consistent here. Just 1,000 points separating both these players here. We could be seeing the first breakpoint of this match. And now the lead's flipped over to the side of Grape Tea due to the 100s from Kanton. But it's only by hundreds of points here. Lead's just flipping back and forth.
The accuracy from Grape Tea is really remarkable here, considering they got 94 100s in the previous edition, and now there's a miss from Kanton on top. Just one miss, no accuracy deficit. Detrimental accuracy deficit, I should say. Grape Tea is looking pretty good, but
that
has to hold on
reset.
to this.
That
And
combo
this
reset
could
from
still-
Kanton.
And this from Grape Tea could still swing this back around. Any accuracy drops somewhere. There has to be the accuracy drop from the previous match, or will Grape Tea have toggled something in their mind to swing this back around? Okay, Kanton looking at the smoke, some of this miss from Grape Tea. Kanton is looking so close right now. 3,000 points.
Oh my, I don't want to call anything just yet. Kanton has the lead, but it's only by 5,000 points here. It's slowly climbing, there's not that much map left, and it looks like Kanton will take the pick, but
No
it's
way.
a very rocky win. Oh my goodness, I thought we were going to be seeing the first breakpoint of the match here, but Kanton holds it down and gets it at the last moment there. Oh wow, that entire map was just back and forth. Couple 1,000-point lead for either player, but Kanton's gonna be the one to solidify it. and still allow no breakpoints in this match. And now it's 4-3. And now we have a kind of scary thing here. Grape Tea is out of free mod picks. There's no more free mods. They are going to go with Hidden 2 again.
I just want to mention once again, Grape Tea more than halved their 100 count on DT2. That is ridiculous. How do these players get better scores still in the second run of the grand final? I have no idea, but there has to be a better score from Grape Tea on this one, surely. Otherwise, this could go south really, really quickly. Hidden 2 is usually what you expect Grape Tea to perform really well on. Didn't see that happen in the previous match. Canton took this as a surprise victory to reset the scoreline.
Yeah, Kanten FCing this map on the last run. The accuracy a little bit more shaky than Grape Tea's, but still an FC nonetheless. Definitely can solidify a win on a pool of this nature. Let's see if they can replicate that and maybe get a breakpoint, or if Grape Tea can show that they have this pick up their sleeve on the second go around.
All right, this is Distorted Fate. An absolute lovely addition to the collaborations in this year's EGTS. Sakuzio, such a talented artist, and we have one of their songs in the grand finals pool. Very deserving, and what a fitting addition to the pool.
Absolutely fantastic song, and I cannot wait to see how both these players play this on the second go around. That UR is sub 50 from Grape Tea. Oh wow, okay. Well, now it's back up to almost human levels.
Almost. Almost. We're using almost very cautiously here.
The accuracy is looking a little bit shakier from Content. We did see that in the first go around though. But oh my goodness, an SS here in the first 300 notes is actually very impressive here from Grape Tea. See how long they can hold on to that for though. Both players still FCing. This accuracy from Grape Tea is insane.
But I just want to say that the SS does not matter. The second half matters. This is where Grape Tea broke. This is where Grape Tea tripped up. And Canton is still within reach.
It's definitely not solidified at all. Both players holding FCs going into the second half. Last time this is where things were getting shaky. Let's see how they hold on this time around.
To the overlapping sliders, making reading just that little bit more uncomfortable. Canton nailing that section just fine, but so does Grape Tea, not finding a single 100 in the first half of this drop. Second half looking just as stable. Canton can only do so much to fight off an SS at this stage from Grape Tea, but we're still not done. We're picking things back up. Make or break for Grape Tea.
A lot of 100s airdrop from Content. Grape Tea is still SSing, and a miss from Content that basically seals the pick. But at this point, is Grape Tea gonna SS this pick? There's not that much map left. I cannot believe what I am witnessing right now. There's only a little bit of map left. Are we gonna be seeing an SS in grand finals? And it's not gonna happen. But still, what is that score, Grape Tea? Oh my. I cannot believe that sentence came out of my mouth, that we almost just witnessed a SS in the grand finals pool of EGTS.
There was a brief moment in time where an SS on Hidden 2 was feasible. What was that? Grape Tea. Absolutely uncalled for, that performance. But also the performance that was needed in this very moment. 4 tied. We have up to 4 more picks coming in.
Grape
And
Tea reminding everyone why they are the first seed and the person to go through all of the winners bracket almost completely undefeated until today, where Content knocked them down from a bracket reset. And now it's 4-4 here. Content picking Nomad 3. Still no breakpoints in sight for either player, but as both players' comfort picks are now almost over completely, I want to say, for the most part.
Yes.
It's going to be a little bit shaky from here. This is where things are going to start getting really tense. A breakpoint here could definitely seal a pretty significant lead.
Going into tech, and I called this a scary pick against a player of the caliber of Great T. Canton won this one by 35,000 roundabout, more like 40,000, in an absolutely insane display of domination, which mostly came down to misses and some oddly timed act drops from Great T. But again, it seems like Grape Tea has awoken in one way or another. This is a joy to watch.
Yeah, I feel like we're witnessing like a second wind here from Grape Tea in this match specifically. Let's see if Kanten can keep up or if Grape Tea will get a breakpoint here.
Off we go. Nomad 3, a Rize map, Grand Finals pool. So far, so chill, but the mean stuff hides after the first ki and near the end.
Yep. No crazy accuracy drops just yet from either player. Actually, I think there's a slighter lead for a second there from Kanten.
Yes, by 1/100. Like, what gives? Like, it's a coin flip.
Yeah, that was kind of funny to witness. Let's see, though, as the patterns are starting to get more technical, we should be seeing a few more 100s from both players. A couple of 100s here from Kanten.
It's so ridiculous that these players are just able to get through these sections with no misses. Timing these are so incredibly challenging. Nailed the 1-6 there at the end as well. Mixing things up, 1-6 into 1-4. And no breaks still from either player. 11 100s versus 3 100s. First break for Great T!
That miss right there is going to change things a lot. Great T picking up a few 100s after that miss, and now Kanten has the lead by a few thousand points. Although those, oh my goodness, that string of misses there from Grape Tea was so unfortunate there, and that's going to give Kanten a huge lead here going into the second half.
No way Kanten does this. No way Kanten does this. Surely. Still not a single miss.
100s. This score is insane from Kanten. Surely they don't keep this up.
This is where the accuracy usually drops. Kanten yet to find a single 100. There's the first 100. Great T manages to compose themselves as well. More 100s coming in from Kanten. Miss! Oh!
But it's only 2 misses here, and the accuracy is fairly even between both these players. Grape Tea does have... Oh, never mind. I was just about to say Grape Tea had less 100s. But now both these players are basically dead even with 100 count. And another miss from Grape Tea there. That could solidify the pick right there, as there's just not that much map left.
And Kanten is still sitting on 2 misses. 1 more miss compared to the previous round. Grape Tea bumbles the ending here. And that spells the victory for Kanten on this Nomad 3 more decisively than ever. Mind you, this was a 40,000 lead in the previous match. Now it's 80,000 for Kanten.
Still just no breakpoints here. Just insane scores from both these players. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. Guys, I don't want to say it, but there's a chance for a tiebreak.
Don't say a thing. Not a single word of the
there's a chance
forbidden
for
word with a T.
Oh my goodness. And now we're going on to Nomad 5. Picked by Grape Tea. This match is so incredibly close and down to the wire. I am just at a almost complete loss for words.
This is Lawrence Attractor. This was the closing pick in the previous match, and the one where Canton won by the skin of their teeth, mind you. By 6,000 points. No, that was Grape Tea, my bad. Grape Tea won that one by 6,000 points. I was looking at the tiebreaker. God, this match has me all kinds of messed up. So, looking at the scores, this is a really scary one to pick.
Yes, I'm assuming they're picking this out of confidence that they can get a way better score this time around. Because that seems to be the theme with both of these players and their picks so far. We have seen both these players show that they can get better scores in the previous match. So I am excited, but also terrified to see what kind of scores we're going to be seeing on the second go-around of this map.
We will find out in 2 minutes from now.
Yep. Fairly short map, so every 100, every miss will matter just that much more.
There's a 7/27 measure in this. Try to find it. Good luck. Alright. No,
Very solid
significant
accuracy.
drops. Yeah. I'm just in awe. I'm just happy to be living in a timeline where I am alive to watch this match and to watch these players compete at their absolute best. But the accuracy does favor Grape Tea by quite a bit, just looking at the UR. But actually, well, I said that, the UR jumped quite a bit there.
Oh, a lot of 100s there from Kanten, switching the lead from being just tied to now in favor of Grape Tea. But just as I say that, Grape Tea picks up 8 misses there towards the center of the map. That is devastating. Oh no, this could be a breakpoint. But just as I say that, Kanten trades those misses completely and gets a huge accuracy drop there. Now Grape Tea with a 20,000 score lead would win from a devastating scenario for Grape Tea. Now it just turned out to be fantastic, as now they're almost climbing up to a 30,000 score lead here going into the last quarter of the map. There's not that much map left here, really. If Grape Tea holds on to this combo, they basically have the pick solidified.
Half a minute remains, but we have seen substantial score difference being wiped out in a matter of seconds. But Grape Tea is doing so well on this pick. Canton decisively worse compared to the previous round. At this point, at least, Grape Tea is looking to secure this pick. I'm not going to call it just yet. But if things go the way they do, Highest Me coming in, dropping accuracy, dropping misses. But is it enough for Canton to pull this back? 15,000 score advantage.
The score is slowly closing in, but I don't think there's enough map left. There is just not enough map left. Grape Tea clinches the pick at the last moment there, despite the misses and accuracy drop. Oh wow, that was very close there at the end. We almost just saw the first breakpoint of the match there, but nope. It's gonna be 5-5 here. Both players on their last pick of the match. It comes down to this. Just a best out of 3 at the end of it all to determine who will be the winner of this year's EGTS.
I like the way it's being put in chat. Expert global taiko script writing. I could not put it in any better way. I was going to say that if Canton somehow clutches this out, this could be the winner. But Hard Rock 2 is the only pick that makes sense here. I was about to go on a bit of a longer ramble on like pick strategies, but no, Hard Rock 2 is arguably the right pick to make here. Given just the monumental lead that Canton had over Grape Tea in the previous match. But also, consider, we have been at this match for 2.5 hours. There was a 15-minute break, and none of these players ever called a timeout.
I almost forgot that we have timeouts. Yeah, both these players could have called a timeout to, like...
We've been told that we have not had any timeouts in EGTS.
We are both incorrect about that.
Alright, that explains it a little bit. Alright, Hard Rock 2, absolute disorder. Never mind anything that we just said.
Yep. Disregard everything. Kanten's final pick of this match, and not just the match, their final pick of this tournament. No matter how things go, this is their final pick of the entire tournament. A very solid pick that definitely favors them. But it feels like Grape Tea has definitely picked up a bit of a second wind in the second half of this match here. But with how solid Kanten looked on the free mods on Hard Rock, this is a very scary pick to go against Kanten on.
But given that we are yet to find a single bright point, there's still the chance for surprises. I have no idea how Grape Tea might do it. The only real way to do it is through accuracy. We've established that time and time again. And it's also starting to show in the grand finals, less so than in the previous rounds, but still.
Yeah, Grape Tea's accuracy throughout this match, and honestly just throughout the entire tournament, has been so phenomenal, and it's still keeping up on a lot of the picks here today.
It's looking pretty good so far. As expected, Grape Tea wins on accuracy so far. 15-100s in advantage to Grape Tea. Kanten lagging behind just a little bit, but this pick is 3 minutes long, and the most difficult part are still yet to come.
Yep. Both these players, super solid scores here. Any misses right now could completely change the script of how this map is going. And just as I say that, Kanten picks up a super unfortunate miss right there. Just a slight misread on that slight slowdown. Oh man, very unfortunate there, especially as Grape Tea has the accuracy lead. And we're looking at a potential setup for the first breakpoint of this match here.
All Grape Tea has to do is execute it, but we're still yet to see the high SV part, which Kanten has been extraordinary at. That's the miss from Grape Tea though, but accuracy is on the lower side for Kanten, so these misses won't matter too much just yet. There's a miss at the end of the battle, Grape Tea, and we are not yet at the high SV part. This could still fall for Grape Tea.
Grape Tea is really struggling on some of these high SV sections, and Kanten has been excelling at those throughout the entire match so far, so this could definitely come back in favor of Kanten. Do not count them out just yet, especially as they've reached over 400 combo. They've reached a max combo multiplier now. It is so incredibly close still. One last section of the map here. Could Grape Tea hold on to their combo and get a breakpoint here to solidify match point? Or is Kanten gonna come back into this?
All this miss is coming in from Kanten though, and if Grape Tea pulls this through, gets actually the breakpoint of the Hard Rock 2, this could be monumental for Grape Tea. Grape Tea has had such a hard time with this pick in the previous round, and is looking better than ever. Kanten is starting to feel the pressure, it seems, and Grape Tea is just pulling through to the highest V section just fine. Misses at the end, doesn't matter. Grape Tea gets through the mono section at the end, and Grape Tea secures the breakpoint.
And now Grape Tea,
unbelievable,
setting themselves up to be one map away from your EGTS winner, the final edition of EGTS. Just one map separates them.
If there's any point to get a break point, it's this one. Grape Tea has all of the I cannot speak anymore. All the power, all the pressure that it is Grape Tea is on Kanten now.
Yeah, Kanten now facing elimination from the tournament right at the last moment. They have to get a breakpoint here. Kanten's been in this situation many times throughout the tournament, going the tiebreaker and nearly going the tiebreaker in so many matches throughout their tournament run. But now they're facing potentially their final map of the tournament here.
My God.
It's going to come down to Hard Rock 1 here to see if we're going to be going to tiebreaker yet again.
I am in absolute disbelief. I did not think DT1 was going to be picked, but still, like, Hard Rock 1 as your final pick, being so demanding in terms of accuracy, is really an uphill battle for Canton here. Grape Tea has put themselves in such a good position after this pick, getting Hard Rock 2 by complete surprise, catching all of us off guard, and now we're looking at a pick where there has been a 15,000 score advantage to Canton. Canton was on the top of their game here, got the FC, but Grape Tea had the accuracy. It is once again ability to FC versus ability to act. Who will it be? Who will be the winner? Are we going to see a tiebreaker, or are we going to see a premature EGTS champion? Hard Rock 1.
It's gonna come down to this. This could be the end of EGTS here. We could be seeing a champion at the end of this map here. Or we could be seeing one final map after this. Grape Tea's final pick of the tournament here. All of the pressure here is on Content to perform.
Now also going to be 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes from this point until we have an answer. Look at that, you are. This is the Grape Tea that we know and love. 55.
Even in these tense situations here, Grape Tea is still showing why they have made it through the winner's bracket. Grape Tea still holding on to an SS here. Content's accuracy is still really solid, though. There's definitely still right on the cusp here of any mistakes that Grape Tea could make.
No drops so
Oh
far.
my goodness,
just
this
streams.
accuracy is so good here from Grape Tea, and Kenton's accuracy is also absurd, but just Grape Tea is still holding on to an SS going into the second half of the map here.
Madness is really the only way to put this pick halfway through. None of these players are yet to give it up. They are so in.
Going
Grape
into
Tea,
slowdown.
finally getting the first 100s.
Kenton's picking up a lot of 100s on this slowdown. It's looking a little bit scary. Both players still FCing. There's not that much map left here, but there's still potential for Content to come back into this. They just need to hold on to that FC.
Around about 30 seconds left. Will Grape Tea
Last
be able
quarter.
to pull this till the very end?
If Grape Tea holds on to this FC with this accuracy, they will be your last EGTS's champion. There's so little map here left. It's not yet solidified, but it's looking so likely here for Grape Tea to take this.
Still on the double FC, 35,000 score advantage for Grape Tea. There's not all left. And Canton misses at the end. This will seal the deal for Grape Tea here, unless there's miss at the end. No, it doesn't. Grape Tea finishes off EGTS Grand Finals with an FC on Hard Rock 1. And becomes your very deserved EGTS 2025 champion.
That is it. It is.
That's it.
Wow. Congrats to Grape Tea for being your winner of the final edition of EGTS. And congrats to Content for one, making it this far, and also getting the bracket reset and coming this far. One map separated both these players from going to tiebreaker here. Just an absolutely insane match. An absolute just gauntlet of maps we have gone through for the past 2 hours and 45 minutes.
My voice is absolutely shot. I've been at this for well over 2.5 hours, nearly 3 hours. But what an exciting ride it has been. This is the only way to finish off the final EGTS with a grand final that no one ever could have predicted. First one going to tiebreaker, and the second one having the tiebreaker denied on a Hard Rock 2 that was looking so unlikely for Grape Tea. But Grape Tea showed why they are the #1 seed. Grape Tea did not back down and somehow whipped off one of the sickest scores on Hard Rock 2 and Hard Rock 1 on top of that. Well deserved. GG, well played to both Canton and Grape Tea. What an event, really.
Just an absolutely absurd match from start to finish. I do not believe I have ever seen almost anything like this in a 1v1 Taiko tournament, ever.
Good God. I'm gonna have to take a deep breath after this. Get something to fix up my throat, because my God, I have not screamed this much in quite a while. Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. So, as you may know or not know, I'm Gaspi-sama, the main host for EGTS this year. Yeah, so I just wanted to take a few words, as this is like the end of the end of EGTS forever. So thank you to everyone that like played in this tournament, watched it, staffed in this tournament also. Like, we have such an insane amount of staff members. I do not remember how much people we are, but like probably 150 or something. Yes, that is exactly it. We have had 153 staff members this year. Thank you so damn much to like every single organizer, the mapper, how do you call it? Yeah, mapper, playtester, designer, especially the designers who have had to design an insane amount of 38 songs. 38, 37, I don't remember, I don't care. Like, this was a tournament that has been delayed for 2 years, as some people may know. So this was like me trying to get revenge on the fact that we had to take so much delay, and I think we've managed to do it for once. I think this is genuinely one of the greatest tournaments to ever happen. And I just want to say thank you to all of the players who have made an insane tournament to watch. Like, I genuinely half cannot breathe right now. So, yeah, thank you all for tuning into EGTS. Do make sure we are not done with GTS this year yet. We have less than 5 months to go. 4 months, actually. We're finalizing on August 1st at COE with COE GTS's finals. But very soon we'll be releasing RGTS and AGTS, 2 of our rank restricted tournaments. After that, that's gonna be SGTS and IGTS releasing around in May. So if you are a Taiko player and do want to play this, just, yeah, feel free to come over. Thank you very much. And also, so since, well, we just finished, you know, like, it's just been done, I'm gonna need to show you all something, which is what the podium is this year, isn't it? If I even remember where the fuck I even put this image, actually. Fuck you guys for sending me this right now. And now my OBS is dying. Good job, thank you. I'm fumbling this in front of 100 viewers, actually. Wait, actually my OBS is unironically crashing.
Can't keep up with the hype.
You genuinely can't.
It wouldn't be a GTS tournament without some hiccups.
That is
It's like this grand final was so smooth from front to finish.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you want to add from this grand final?
Not a tiebreaker, nah. I don't want to put neither Grape Tea nor Canton through another tiebreaker. This seems like hell. I think Canton...
Canton literally instantly left the lobby. I do not think they need that.
I hope they get some well-deserved rest after all.
You know what, everyone? We'll be seeing you in around 5 seconds because I'm making this OBS crash. Crash because... to go now. Yeah, okay. Hi, let's go. Okay. We're good. I managed to get up again. Yes. Okay. Hi. Okay. Yeah. It's happening in a while. Yeah, it will come back at some point. No, actually, we're not saying that to people. We're not coming back. We're dead forever. Okay. Can we show this? Thank you. See, this is why you do not allow Zest to be a designer, because he sends you shit around 2 seconds before you can show it. Okay, anyway, let's be more serious. So, congratulations to My Mind for being our 3rd place in EGTS, Cam1007 for being 2nd place after one of the most absurd tournament performances I think anyone has ever seen, and of course, Grape T for, well, being, as usual, as he has shown, one of the greatest players alive. And yeah, congratulations and thank you everyone. I think if no one else has anything to add, I think we're good to go.
I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to cast this Grand Finals. I am so dead, but it was so worth it, and I'm gonna regret it tomorrow when I can't speak. But thanks again for Teasel for joining me earlier, and Ethan, of course. I have been missing out on the duo with you, and it's great to see. I'm just so happy that that it happened at Grand Finals. See you EGTS and now EGTS as well.
It is such a pleasure to cast with you, and yeah, congrats to everyone that got top 3 for this year's EGTS. That is all I have to say.
That'll be all from me as well.
I connect with the others, and I just want to say that I think Gravety mentally checked out because he's still in the lobby but hasn't said anything.
I think bro just died, but okay. Well, I think we're good to go, so we only have one more thing to show you, and that's our credits as usual. Thank you everyone for joining us, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.